first
I'll
one
keep
anyway.
my composure this time.
Okay, we clap again because I.
On 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. Our guest is falling apart. Co-host Josh over here. What's his deal?
Is it recording?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think that made any sound. All right, we ready?
Let's do it.
Is he okay? Is he good to go?
Get together, Josh. All right.
All right, go ahead, guys.
Go ahead, Kawah.
Yeah, he needs to...
Oh my god.
I'm behind, dude. I'm old.
Blind as fuck. This is I didn't feel drunk until right now. All right, here we go. Welcome back to District Imports Podcast. I'm your host, Kawah, and with us, our co-host, Josh, and our special guest, Sam. Sam, tell us about yourself.
I'm Asian.
We're not getting anything done today, bro.
Demonetized
Immediately, dude. First 30 seconds, bro.
I can't.
Oh my god, alright.
I was literally like cross-eyed. I went like this.
Put that in is at the very end as an extended cut.
Yeah, this is great.
I can't, when he starts us off, I just lose it.
Yeah, dude, alright, welcome back to the fucking District Podcast. I'm Kawah, your resident 5-car owner. One of them only works right now.
Rookie numbers.
We'll be posting live updates on whether or not I actually have 2 cars by the end of the week. And then we have, of course, our co-host, Josh.
I have 2 cars.
Yeah.
I'm not able to drive either of them currently.
Yeah,
I'm driving my
Carmack's
wife's...
watching this episode.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
driving my wife's 06 Scion TC that she had from when she was in high school. And she's 32 years old.
Side note.
And that's what I'm driving right now. It has a Hello Kitty license plate frame. It has a lot of miles, a lot of rust. It's a great car.
It's actually really cute.
Are you familiar with the supercharged ones?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Hers
Making
is
sure
not
you
bad.
do ball.
Hers
Yeah, it
is
doesn't have to be.
automatic. It has a slipping trans.
Natural.
It has purple interior trim that she painted when she was in like high school, college.
Perfect
baller.
swap candidate.
But yeah, the 3000 GT has a broken axle, and the Santa Cruz is still getting the PPF done.
Yeah, DI is not looking good right now.
So-
And then, of course,
How
we
did
have-
this leaf? Oh nope, it's inside.
We've actually, so long story short, the channel, or we've been recording for like 20 minutes, and then I forgot to pull the mic together because we have one of the funniest guests we've ever had on the podcast. And I'm not trying to start fucking. It's not trying to. I don't want you to have to live to that expectation. You know what I mean?
This is actually the 3rd intro.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
we-
that's
that we-
true.
yeah,
That's true.
This is take 3. We decided that we couldn't actually have you start it. Maybe
Yeah.
you just do an excerpt at the end
Yeah.
of the episode. But
Yeah.
we couldn't. You and I, we couldn't keep it together.
No, hell no. There's no way. Sam Oper, he is with As It Was, and
Hello.
As It Was, and also, was it As It Was 99? 99?
As it was 90.
90,
Yeah.
yeah.
Is there a difference between like as it was and as it was 90? Like, is
No, so truthfully, I'm not sure if you're familiar with the Harry Styles song, As It Was.
I'm not.
Okay, there's a Harry Styles song called As It Was, and I wasn't aware of that before I named my business.
Copyright infringement.
Shit.
So no, it was more just like, I don't think we're really at risk for copyright infringement because it has nothing to do with music or Harry Styles, but it is
Not yet.
like all those usernames have been taken by his like fangirls.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, okay, I guess As It Was like 90, like As It Was the 90s, you know, like
Yeah.
that was the vibe. And then that was also taken on some channels. So that's why our handles all differ. Like Instagram's like spelled out like As It Was 90 NINETY, and then YouTube is like As It Was 90. TikTok is As It Was _90. It's scuffed.
It's all
It's
everywhere.
awful.
Yeah. But it's cool, man. I mean, like I've been watching a lot of your most recent shorts, and it has been.
I'm sorry about that.
Dude, it is so good. I like.
You're a first internet personality.
Yeah.
on the-
Yeah.
on
No
the,
shit.
Ugh, that hurts.
And like we were saying earlier, it's Mare made some really strong drinks, and we've been trying to keep it together, and we've been doing this for like 30 minutes.
James Gin.
Yeah,
James May.
Shout out to
Shout
James.
out.
Shout out James May.
He makes good gin.
He makes really
Sponsor
good
the
gin.
fucking. Never mind. Anyway,
Okay. Whoa.
We're 3 minutes in. We already have F-bombs. I like it.
No, we're past the 180 seconds. Oh, no, wait. Is it 180 seconds? Yeah, I don't remember anyways. Anyways,
minutes.
we've got some questions for you as normal. You are technically still part of the DMV area, right? Because that's where you started.
I still identify as a
DMVP.
DMV
Yeah.
area local, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
When did you move to Pennsylvania?
So I've been in Pennsylvania for roughly like 3 months now. Yeah.
Oh shit.
And I could not be happier. I went to school in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
So I was already kind of familiar with the vibe, but I had never lived there and like experienced. It's mostly, I mean, entirely from a car guy standpoint. It's all from like the legal standpoint, like legislature regarding vehicles. Maryland has made it very like unviable to own old project cars. They are like
Really?
actively trying to make it impossible.
Does Maryland has like antique? You can get antique
So
tags.
they
in
have
Maryland,
historic
correct?
and street rod.
Right.
And for the longest time, it was 20 years rolling for historic, 25 years rolling for antique, which
Right.
makes sense. Or I'm sorry, for street rod.
Yeah.
Because it matches the federal government's law of import regulation, which is 25 years to
25,
import.
yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
So that never was an issue. And that was fine because historic and street rod were both exempt from emissions and inspection. We only do inspection on title transfer. So if you sell a car, buy a car, change a title status on a car, unless you're going from standard to historic, obviously.
Because you guys don't have annual inspections. You
No.
just have like when you buy the car.
Biannual emissions depending on the county you live on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
Interesting.
then this year they altered it and said, okay, never mind, it's not rolling. It's anything newer than 2000 and plus, which screwed a ton of people over, right?
Yeah.
Because then there's 4 years from 96 to 2000 of people who had gone and gotten historic tags thinking, oh, well, I can, legally go do this now. I'll go do that. And then they weren't grandfathered in when they changed the law. So I forget. I heard the number this week, and it was an astronomical number in Maryland. But like a ton of people got screwed because now they have to go pay for normal tags, pay for inspection, which they probably won't pass, right?
Yeah.
Because the car's old. Like,
Yeah.
and the Maryland inspection is pretty rigorous because it's one time on title transfer, so they want to nail you for as many things as they can to get you to pay the shop. And it's all an internal system in Maryland. It's all like cloud-based, governed by the state police. Like you can't spoof it anymore. I'm sure people say you can, but I'm gonna tell you right now, it's like the consequences for like getting caught spoofing as an inspector are so extreme now that it's like no one wants to do it. And I mean, rightfully so. Like I'm not gonna encourage people to spoof the inspection, but like it is all part of, in my opinion, just like a money-making scheme.
What is the actual reason for doing it only upon title transfer?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me because I'm like, you're not guaranteeing anything other than that car maintaining that condition for like what, a year?
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
Because then
I
after
mean-
that, after the initial inspection, if they're not doing it every year, you can just kind of.
yeah, you can just fall out, and there's no way. I mean, they can issue repair orders if there's something extremely wrong
Yeah.
with your car, but street rod is exempt from that. So
And
my Integra,
so-
for example, is that's why I went street rod with it, was because it's like I can't get camber tickets, I can't get load tickets.
So what's the difference between, in terms of how the state enforces the law? What's the difference between? Because Virginia. I guess there is historic tags in Virginia. There's
It's
historic and
antique vehicle,
antique.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just
No,
stupid.
it's just historic or antique.
Yeah,
So anything
yeah.
25 plus.
But
yeah.
no, isn't there actual historic
Or
tags
20.
for Virginia as well?
They might have had
could've
vintage
swore-
at one point.
Yeah,
I
think
could have
they're
swore
usually-
that there was something, because I have antique plates on my car, but
yeah,
I think
you can
there's
only
something.
get two types of tags. There's the black and white one
No, those are the black and white, and what I have are the same
and the
thing.
yellow one.
They're the same thing.
Yeah,
Those
yeah,
are both
same- yeah,
antique.
exactly, same thing.
Oh, just like vanity backgrounds.
Yeah.
The only
yeah.
difference is, besides the black and white ones being a very weird shape that don't actually fit,
They don't
in,
fit
like,
cars.
license plate break.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
license
it's
plate
so
bracket.
weird. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
black and white ones you cannot get custom. Like you can't get
can't get,
custom
like, custom,
characters.
really? Okay.
The yellow one, the really ugly one that I have on my car, you can get custom plates. Because I like the look of the black and white one way better than the yellow and blue one.
Best
but
plates, Delaware.
I have the yellow and blue
Yeah.
one because I wanted the 90s, and
Yeah.
you can't get that on the black and white one.
I still don't understand what the whole purpose of that even is. Like, why would you, like, upon title transfer, makes sense if there was, like, checkup, if you were trying to actually follow through with inspections on a car, right? Upon title transfer makes sense because then the car has to have to, be in good condition, I guess, when it's sold. Maybe that's good practice. I don't really know. But then also, like, you could own a car for 5 years.
Well, it doesn't affect the seller. because they could sell it without the inspection. They could say this car needs inspection,
But the other person.
and the
did.
new owner is
Wow.
responsible for it.
So
yeah.
then, like, what happened? Like Maryland's roads, in my experience in Silver Spring, fucking awful. Like you would go through control arms and bushings just from like daily commute of like 2 miles.
Silver
it's, like,
Spring's probably not the best example, but Baltimore, outlying cities of Baltimore, like it's all scuffed. And everyone, when I moved to Pennsylvania, is like, "You're gonna hate the roads here," and I'm like, "It's so rural that like most of the potholes there's no one in the oncoming lane. You can just swerve and avoid the hole."
Yeah, and your travel time is typically it's like if something's 10 miles away, it's 10 minutes to get to it. Whether it's like
How
here,
far?
it's like bad.
How far like north are you in comparison to where you came from?
Well, without doxing myself too much, I'm roughly an hour and change north of where
so
I
you
was
didn't really,
before in Frederick.
So you're still kind of, because the biggest thing I know is the biggest stigma, I guess I'll say, as a car guy with Pennsylvania is it's technically part of the Rust Belt.
Yeah.
I think Maryland, you just barely are like, you make the cut of like being just below the Rust Belt. Because I think if you actually look at like a map of what people consider the Rust Belt, I think for the East Coast, I think it starts at Pennsylvania and then obviously goes west.
I've never had a good time in any car I bought in Maryland.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. I would say
Mark
buying,
Choose, though,
buying cars in Maryland is going to be basically the same as buying cars in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, well, that's why I was asking, like, how far, because, I mean, really, geographically, you're not.
And then
I bought my
not
Civic
really that
from
much.
Philly. That was a
Wow.
Philly car.
Surprised you didn't get murdered.
Me too.
I thought Philly was nice.
No.
Who
What?
said that?
I
bro?
watched a video of Peter Santinello or whatever. He does this like travel
There-
video.
okay.
That shit looks beautiful
Philly-
as fuck. It looked like DC.
So I'll say this.
Central Park.
Philly,
Yeah.
Philly, I would compare to Baltimore in that there's pockets of like if you
Yeah.
go to like Inner Harbor,
Yeah.
Baltimore,
Wow.
it's awesome.
Not
Yeah.
anymore. But
Well, I
yeah,
haven't been in a while,
once
but I
upon a
used
time.
to go every year with my old job. We would do like our work parties there,
Oh, okay.
and it was awesome. Like we'd go on a little like dinner boat and whatever. But then you go a couple blocks any direction from there,
anywhere
and then
in
you're
the
just gonna
wrong
get murdered.
way, yeah.
Philly, same thing. When I met Erica, I drove up there and we went to somewhere. We got food and we did some we looked at some like museums or something. I don't know. That's where I met her parents. Was in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And it was really nice. But then I went with my best friend to pick up a transmission for his Nissan Xterra in Philly, and we pulled up, and I was like, "We're probably not gonna survive. We are two very white guys.
I will
and
say,
we're gonna get murdered."
in my experience,
What's that mean?
There's the front door.
Philly is. I've been through most of it a couple times, mostly for like skate trips, which I found.
Oh yeah, because you're a skateboarder.
Yeah, and it's a great pH test of an area because you really get to see like the best and worst of cities. Because like so many spots are going to be like, oh, it's in downtown at the convention center. There's a huge rail, or there's ledges in like DC on Pennsylvania Ave, all up and down that road, and you're like in the middle of like the most populated, best face forward part of the city. And then they'll be like, oh, but there's also this spot in the cut.
Yeah.
And we've done this in DC, we've done this in Philly, we've done this all over, and it's like you get to see like in a day the best and worst parts of a city. And I did not enjoy my time in Philly. It was bad. A lot of like the most heroin I've ever seen in my life.
Have you ever skated at? I don't know the name of it, but you'll be familiar with it. The skate park that it's kind of like Bam Margera's like hometown skate park. Not hometown, not where he's from, but the one that's like under the bridge in Philadelphia. He has a lot of
lot 11. Or no, that's Miami.
no, it's I'm 99% sure it's in Philadelphia. It's under like an overpass.
Yeah,
like
no.
all the concrete is like very like graffitied.
Yes, we skate. That was one of the spots we skated.
Yeah, like all of his videos in like Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 were all filmed there when he's like skating with like no shirt and he like
it's like Poplar or something. I can't remember.
I don't
We
know
went
what it's
there and there was we sat down and we played a game where we just like sat and looked around and counted how many needle caps were near us, and it was
Jesus.
like 35 if you were just like sitting there like looking around.
All right, I'm gonna change the subject here because fuck Philly, I guess. God damn, I was watching like that video and I was like, damn, we should go
it's
visit.
FDR skate park.
Oh, FDR, yes.
Bam Margera's primary
We also
Philly
skated
area
FDR.
skate haunt is FDR Skate Park, a famous skater-built mecca located in South Philadelphia, located beneath the I-95 overpass near the sports stadium.
That place is so gnarly. Like,
Really?
if you see like videos of it on Instagram, everything there is like twice as big in person. We got there and I was like, oh God, like everything is like, the smallest thing there is like 14 feet tall. It's
Jesus.
insane.
Shit.
It's so cool though. It's so cool that something like that exists.
Dropping in and fucking get ready. Goddamn. All right. So I have quick questions, right?
Yes.
As it was, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what basically started, what District Imports, for example, was and used to be a parts company. I used to import like Japanese parts and German parts and stuff like that until it became less parts related. And then, long story short, I fell in love with doing media video. And like Josh and I really wanted to start doing podcasts. So the whole purpose was like, we're going to start documenting car culture, focused mostly in Northern Virginia. And then we started branching out and doing like Euro car shows because my background's mainly Euro.
Okay.
And so that's kind of like what our background was. We started off doing like car parts and whatnot, but I let the LLC still going, but it's just, I mean, I made $200 in income last year for District Imports because of media. Probably going to cut that out.
I'll bet ours is pretty similar.
Yeah, it's
bad.
It's been up for a year and a half, and that's
actually.
Yeah, it's
Same.
rough. It's rough. But you guys, so yeah, you started around the same time in media.
Probably exactly the same time. We were
Yeah.
January of 25.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
I think ours was September 24 when we got the B5.
Okay, yeah. So literally like next
like
to
the
each
same,
other.
next week.
Within a couple of months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it started off with the B5 build, and then we started getting into. I just really wanted to do. Like, I really fucking love cinematics. Like, I love like my thing that I used to do, especially when we used to go to Nate's house.
Yeah.
We'd have those cinematic YouTube videos, like crispy media and shit like that, just playing in the background at every fucking party because it was like that was the jam. And so I wanted to be the background.
It's good ambiance. to have, yeah.
What started as it was, and did you guys have like a common objective, or I say you guys you have a team, is that right?
We're basically a two-man team right now.
Hell
It's
yeah.
just me and Blake Phelps. And
See, they do with the white Civic.
yes,
Okay.
yep, white tank gen. And we met kind of by chance actually. He used to work for SafeLight, and he came and installed a new windshield on my Infiniti truck. And while he was there, he was like, "Do you own a Civic?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, he showed me a video on his phone from like a year and a half prior to that, and it was of me doing a pull. He was like, "Is that you?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Dude, I filmed that." I was like, "What?" He was like, "Yeah, I have a Civic too." And then they kind of just like,
Your full
snowballed.
Step Bros moment. Did we just become best friends?
Oh my god.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah. So he was just very involved from the jump, and was like, I kind of just briefly like told him like, here's the vision of what I want to do, and he was like, I'm in, like all in.
Fuck
And that has not wavered since day one. He is, as much of a backbone of the brand as I am, really. Like, it's very evenly split, I would say, between me and Blake in terms of like ideation, creation, editing, posting, everything. It's kind of very communal between us in terms of creating ideas and then bringing ideas to fruition. And it's like, I cannot be more grateful, because finding, as I'm sure finding someone who can see the creative vision that you are aiming for and then also act on it and like get there is like, impossible.
The dream is tough, but the execution is even harder.
Oh yeah.
Execution is very difficult. I mean, so you guys started out in that time frame, like right around early 2025. Your content that you guys have focused on, like that, what drew you towards taking that piece of the pie? Like, I feel like you guys are taking, in my opinion, the quality and the content that you guys are pushing out is like, if it is not top tier of DMV.
Oh, that means a lot. Thank you.
Yeah, because that's, I wanted to ask originally, like, how long you've been doing this and if you've done this with other people prior, because you have a structure. I can see that you have like a structure, and also your content is like, it's engaging. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like and that's really fucking hard to do. So
I think it's not as hard as a lot of people think it is, because I think it can be over-explained and over-complicated really easily. And I think baseline, our approach towards at least like social content is just like be funny and relatable, and just like kind of create like, I think the mistake people make is like, oh, well, we're a brand, let's separate ourselves from the masses by like doing X, Y, and Z. And it's like, no, you want to become part of that. Like, you want to be approachable. You want people to think like, oh, this is just a normal guy, which it is. Like, but I think that approach can be misleading because people are like, oh, well, I have to act, it's like that air that you bring about yourself that like, I'm a business owner, like we own a brand. And it's like, no, like people just want to see that you're a cool guy and have cool stuff. Like, so.
Or do cool shit.
Yeah, exactly. So in our backgrounds, Blake and I both have a lot of creative in our portfolios. He's done photography for forever.
Hell yeah.
He's done video editing and stuff. I was a graphic designer by trade for a large agency in Harrisburg for a few years, for like 3 or 4 years. I've done professional like video and then editing work for like tons of clients, freelance, and that's kind of also what funds As It Was is like my creative side work. So I do freelancing still for a ton of clients.
That's tight.
Between photo, video, graphic design. And it kind of snowballed because while I was working at my old agency, I started branching out into like motion design, and I hadn't done much video. So I was starting to do video and then video editing and video color grading. And even in that, like they were operating as a very high level agency serving tons of clients, which I can't name because contracts. Yeah. But clients that, you see on television, right? And even to them, I was kind of pushing the idea of like, we should be filming in RAW. We should be doing like real color grades. And that was not something that was happening.
Yeah.
And I think it's mostly just because it's so time consuming. Yeah. But I was after what you were talking about, that like polished cinematic look to video, even if it's not like to the nth degree, just like if we're posting something on Instagram, make it look nice, right?
Yeah.
And that just didn't seem like something I could get my hands deep enough in because it wasn't really my role at that agency.
Sure.
So once I left and I started doing my own thing, I just kind of, when we started the brand, I sat down and I forced myself to learn DaVinci in a week. And shout out Christopher Davis, C-Merle Media. He sat down with me every night for a week for like 5 hours at a time. And we just grinded DaVinci because I was like, I need to learn it. I know, because I was a Premiere guy. I knew Premiere in and out. Yeah. And I knew that the downfall to it was color grading. And I knew I needed to learn color grading in order to get the look I wanted. So the hardware we had in terms of like cameras and everything was up to spec that we could shoot log and we could do it well. And it was just, we were bottlenecking at our post-production. So interestingly, I learned all the DaVinci stuff. That's what I do everything in now. For the most part, it's DaVinci, unless we're doing like, sometimes I'll film on my phone and then use Premiere to edit like reels because it's fast.
Right.
But Blake, the stuff that Blake's producing for us, he is doing completely on his phone. And I don't know how he's doing it because he's shooting log footage and color grading it on his iPhone.
That's nuts.
It's crazy. And he showed me his workflow and I'm like, dude, if it works, like you go for it. Like I bullied him into buying a laptop. I was like, dude, just try the laptop. Yeah. And he was like, no, I'm faster on my phone. So I was like, all right.
What a recipe too. I mean, you have I'm assuming you've been building cars for quite some time, right?
Yeah, since I was like 15.
Hell yeah. And started off with
I'm 30 or 29 now.
Damn.
I know. Don't say damn. What the hell?
Dude, no. Once you hit 30, you get into check engine light mode. That between your shoulder blades, the lower back, that starts at 25.
I don't want to hear it from either of you motherfuckers.
I forgot Josh was in the room.
I turned 40 this year.
Uncle alert.
I was gonna interject and say, you guys. So obviously, you guys have a lot of parallels, and that's a huge reason.
We're both Asian.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Obviously, can't take your stuff.
That's
No, but there was a lot of parallels between District Imports and As It Was.
Yeah.
You guys both. I mean, I didn't even realize you guys started around the same time.
I wouldn't say that at all. I am not. I am not as fucking polished, bro.
You're both like video, YouTube centric media outlets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so to hear you guys talk back and forth, like Leonardo da Vinci, blah blah blah. You're talking about all this like color grading, editing shit, whatever.
A squared.
Mind you,
shout out to Pythagoras.
I'm old. I'm practically a boomer. I'm not. I'm a millennial, but I'm practically a boomer. I have boomer mentality. My introduction to like automotive media, it was print, like Super Street and Import Tuner and stuff like that. Which is why to this day, my primary my foothold in automotive media is I write for S3. Obviously, I'm a very small piece of District Imports. Kawah and Meredith do all the heavy lifting. They do they do the event coverage. They do all the editing, the YouTube, all that stuff. I'm just here as a co-host and I bring ideas forth to the podcast. But
That's like a lot
hearing,
of work.
hearing you
Yeah, I was gonna
guys,
say that's not a small thing.
Yeah, that's a lot of work, dude.
but hearing you guys talk back and forth about all the like editing and stuff like that, I have a lot of respect for that because I don't know. You guys were basically just talking fucking like R2D2 to one another.
so,
Well,
like-
for what it's worth,
I'm over here like I type words, I send words to editor, editor post.
Yeah.
I respect that a lot more than I think you do because
It's not that I don't.
I feel like I was born at the wrong time for cars.
Fair.
Like I genuinely
I appreciate that.
I love era specific cars. I love like print. Like I don't know if you saw Petrolicious just did a newspaper, like an actual
I
newspaper.
did see that
Yeah.
actually. I did see that.
What?
Yeah.
They're actually doing like a real newspaper and it's got like classifieds and everything. It's very cool.
Dude,
I-
that's fucking sweet.
I think that so with the whole like what's old is new again, I do think that print media is going to make a comeback. I don't think it'll ever be as big as it was back in the day where you go to a Barnes and Noble or whatever and you just got hundreds of magazines to choose from, but
What?
A who?
Barnes and Noble's still around.
Fuck is that?
I don't read.
But I think it'll eventually come back maybe in a smaller scale where
She's out. Oh, sorry. Yeah,
you're good.
she went to go run errands. This is Mike Burrell. He's
Hi.
he's basically all other half of Altered Components. He's a good friend of mine. He touches my cars whenever I can, which is all the time. The R32 is in pieces.
All the time.
It's true.
It's pretty normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, the R32 is literally in pieces downstairs.
I mean, I expect nothing less.
Thanks. Love you. Sorry. Go ahead.
Kyle lives a crazy life where every time I'm
Yeah.
here for podcast, random people just walk in the door.
Yeah.
He doesn't even lock his door.
Yeah, that's crazy. You have a fancy lock on that thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm like, this is Virginia, so we come armed. So if I didn't like him, I'd just
Stay
be like,
strapped.
bang. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you know.
But
Bam.
could you imagine? We're not even gonna cut that out. I didn't like him.
Like, bang.
There's just like an 8x8 blurred pixel lock.
No, it's like we're in a really rough town of Northern Virginia.
Yeah, that's
the
what I think when
poverty
I
is
think of
very
Northern
low.
Virginia.
But no, a lot of the reason is because I'm a program whatever manager. Fuck Jesus, I don't remember what my title is. So I like to understand like the business aspect and the flow and like the how the business flow starts from A to Z. One thing I did studio photography when I
Okay.
was really really young. Like we did like what is it called? It was like an elective in high school that you could do, and it was like you had it every single day instead of every other day. It was like
I was homeschooled. I don't know.
yeah.
We
okay,
went to
that's
high
fucking
school
sick.
in different decades.
Oh yeah, that's true. Anyway, it was just like a super
Yeah,
elective.
he was still segregated.
Wait,
so.
wait, wait.
Demonetization.
What year did you graduate high school?
11.
Okay, yeah, because I graduated at 5. So
Yeah.
by all accounts,
Yeah.
different decades.
Yeah. But I don't have any professional video. Like I don't know how this shit works at all. I'm just kind of guessing. And so when I like to, I'm going to I'm going to pick your brain at some point. Probably not on the podcast, but like how to start and do this efficiently because the government requires me to be efficient because the government requires me to become efficient.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I just need to be efficient.
All about
I
them
feel like the government. I
SLAs.
think the government is just watching me right now, dude. And I'm just.
God, let's hope not.
Well,
It's on
You didn't
my
see the-
phone if it is.
You didn't see the flock camera they installed right outside
in front of
your
the house?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's on the corner. You know, it just points out your driveway.
but yeah, so I like to see how your thought process. Plus, you all jokes aside, you hold yourself very like I don't know built like it's just like you
you
you've
run
been-
a tight ship.
Yeah, dude. No, not
what
like
he's
that.
trying to
No,
say.
not at all. Like you are very
He's
much.
saying you're looking
I don't
mean,
find.
boy.
I don't find like a false negative something about you so far in our last like 30 minutes or whatever of like conversation.
Oh,
which
that's
is-
good.
Which is really interesting.
We try
You're
like
as advertised.
as it was,
as it will be, as it is.
as it is.
That was core to the brand when we started. Like I was very intentional about being like, this is going to be. I mean, because it is still a passion project, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't care. I certainly wouldn't be doing half the work that it is because it's like 50 hours a week by itself.
Yeah, dude.
And I'm working 2 other jobs, so it's like, and my wife works, and I have a kid,
Hell yeah.
and I have 6 cars, so it's like, and we have to film and work on them, which, as you know, is double the time it should be.
Dude, you were busy. Holy
Yeah, it's
shit.
crazy.
Yeah.
And I skateboard, and there's a million other things I want to do, but we were very intentional from the get go, being like, this is going to be like authentic. There's too much bullshit on my phone.
Thank you.
I'm tired of seeing people pretend to be something they're not. I'm tired of people faking and lying and all this shit.
Bunch of slop.
Yeah, and so like I think the way that manifests itself in our videos the most is I try to focus on like the points or times when it's like, yeah, this fucking sucks. This broke. Like the last day and a half have been just like everything broke and didn't go right.
No.
And it's kind of just like, okay, like what do you do? Because this more than likely is what everyone else is going through and the reason they're not working on their car and watching our videos right now. So like, and just, you know, also with me and Blake being personalities on camera as well as being behind the camera, making sure that exactly what you said, that like we present ourselves as we are in real life, because the last thing I want to do, and it started to happen this year and I like wasn't ready for it, but like going to events and meeting people I had never met who knew me already was like, we went to Carlisle Imports this year.
Always wanted to go to
For this year, we've been to so many events. That's been my favorite so far.
Really?
Because it has everything. It has drifting, autocross, car show, food, like...
It has a lot of... So I have some friends that go... I don't want to say they go every year, but they've gone numerous times in the past. And they always make it a point to send me the really like weird, obscure cars that go. Because I mean, I go to a lot of like
so many
quote unquote
Saabs.
import shows.
Dude, I was gonna say there's a lot of like Vigans and there's like
just
a lot of like,
random stuff.
SPGs,
And-
but also like high caliber.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
some high caliber shit that shows up.
And they have a lot of the like the early 2000, like late 90s, early 2000 style builds that go that kind of get shunned from like your bigger.
Which is a shame, because I'm like, those are
you're
the cars I care about.
Yeah, because you know, I go to like I don't as much anymore. I used to be really big into doing like indoor shows, like convention centers.
Yeah,
I
I've
go
heard
to
of
a
that.
couple here and
I'm
there,
done
but
with
not like I used to. But obviously, those are they do like a screening process, and I feel like a car that was built in a very like late 90s,
don't
early
like it.
2000s. Yeah, they don't like it because it's not really like what's in right now.
Yeah.
Like
and
Redwood?
it's unfortunate. Well, I mean, kind of like think about like.
Import Expo.
Take like a 98 Civic, put like a Wings West Avenger body kit, put some like Koenig wheels on it, and like an APR aluminum wing, and some like flamboyant graphics, you know, like like an APC windshield banners, some like ground control sleeve coilovers, like that kind of like clear tails, a weapon R intake, like it's all very like era appropriate, kind of you had to be there type stuff. It's
At Import Expo?
it was like no.
I'm saying
We're
that's
saying
the
that's what
opposite.
would get turned
Yeah.
away
Yeah.
from
Right.
a show like Import
They want to
Expo.
see anything
Well-
newer than 2015 on bags.
So like this kind of ties into
You're not wrong.
it's like this kind of ties into like what you feel about the current current status of car culture and where it's going and what it's going to do, is because a lot of the time Import Expo is a lot of the shit like pick any Infiniti X or any BMW F and G above or whatever, like those are typically like there are people like you were saying that people were like, hey, you bought a TikTok car like a BMW F or a G, and that person would be like, yeah, I know, like
Yeah.
I bought it because it's a TikTok car.
They
And
wear
then
it like a badge of honor.
there is a genuine separation of interest in cars when it comes to people who are like in it for either what the car is going to do for
Passion.
them, like media attention or whatever, versus like their actual interest in why the fucking car
Right,
is a thing.
yeah.
you have-
Amount of people who own an F or a G BMW or an Infiniti,
it's the easy button.
they probably don't know fuck all about what was prior to that car.
No.
Well,
Not
to
at
be
all.
fair, F80 M3, great fucking car.
Dude,
I would
hate that
love
it's so
one
good.
for a daily, dude.
Yeah.
But I actually saved. I'll show you guys after the podcast. I saved a video of it was somewhere in SoCal,
Yeah.
and this person went to a car like an outdoor car event, and they were like POV. You go to a car meet in SoCal, and they literally walked around and they counted, and every time they would come across one, they counted the amount of like F80 M3s.
Oh, yeah.
Or is it F80 or G80?
Just both.
But see, it's again, it's like a
Whatever the
purpose
newest
thing.
one is with
I
the
want
big-
one as
the
a
big
daily that I
girls.
can beat up. Like I want the automatic DCT one that
Yeah.
I can just like put wheels on and be like, yeah, we can drive that across the country and it's fast and it's comfy and like. But I would never be like, all right, 18 by 19 wheels, let's make it work. Like you know,
Yeah, and then super camber, and then on top of that, even then, like even if you didn't, they would just like take it out to do any hot boy thing, put a fucking 360 camera on the back windshield. continue
that's
to
one of
drive.
my biggest pet peeves.
The 360 cam on like
All
a
right.
stock Toyota
I'm gonna
Camry.
throw probably someone I know under the bus here, but we were at I won't say which meet it is so that we don't create negative attention here, but we were at a meet that happens weekly or bi-weekly in Frederick, and we saw a pack roll in that was like, I don't even know if it was a scat pack, it was a Charger, it was a Charger, a Civic, like a 10th gen Civic Sport, and something else, and all three had gap cams. And I'm just like, what are we recording? Like, are you recording you getting passed? Like, what is that for? And it's probably more, like, I can't hate if it's just like, oh, like, I just get, like, cool top-down footage of my car. Like, that is the only excuse I can fathom of being like, that's why I have it.
I bet you a lot of people put those on their cars and don't even turn them on.
There weren't cameras on them.
Yeah.
They didn't even have their camera
they have
mounted.
it on because it's become like a cliche, trendy thing to do, where they're almost just putting a gap cam on the little mount thing as like a mod, as like an accessory of like, look how cool it is.
I want less gap cams and I want more Big Labs wings.
Yes.
I miss them. Bring them back.
I remember
Yes.
when everybody had a big country.
So
Life.
like there was,
Everybody.
I think as I spend very little time, like I wish I had more time to spend on social media to know like what's going on, I guess. But the times that I do are the reasons why I fucking would
Don't.
immediately close the app.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
like there's really cringy videos that somehow get like a lot of attention, a lot of interaction of like
It's also
a
like
dude.
cringe maxing. Like,
Yeah.
people
Cringe
doing it on
maxing,
purpose,
Yeah,
or, like,
which I've
cringe
learned
baiting.
about adding the word maxing to a lot of things
Yeah.
is a thing, which I
You're
do.
broke car maxing right
Yeah,
now.
I'm broke car maxing right now.
Same.
So like what they'll do is they'll have like the fucking 360 cam and then their buddy will just come up behind them and then like do something like that in other words would be like make you mad because they're like following too close and then like dude does something and then they start like a fake fight, an argument, and all of a sudden that video has like 1 million likes
It
because
creates virality.
for some reason humans just really like ugly shit and just don't like
Yes.
fucking
Yeah.
good feelings. I don't really know.
I mean, have you ever seen a car accident?
You don't. I don't
Did you
even
drive
think
by
that-
it slow and stare?
Fuck no, fuck rubbernecking, and anybody who does, fuck them and their family, their generations of that
You
too.
heard it here. You heard it here first.
Yeah, you rubberneck, you're getting fucking slapped upon the head with a Wings West lab. Fucking or
Wings West lab, I like
Wings West fucking wing lab. God fuck.
This guy does not know ball.
No, I can't ball anymore.
Sure.
Oh yeah,
No, absolutely. Thank you.
Mary is going absolutely.
Shout out.
Yeah, huge shout out.
So this is good that we had because I'm gonna
We actually
I'm gonna
going on
do
to a
my due
topic?
diligence to try to
Yeah,
keep us
yeah.
on
Round us back.
me of all people.
Yeah.
It's almost ironic that I'm gonna try to keep us on
Yeah.
not script but on topic today.
Hey, these mics are sensitive though, y'all. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, fuck you, Kawah.
Yeah.
Fuck
Yeah, these
you.
mics are sensitive, so I like as I noticed from
Oh, this is 3D printed. That's my
Be
job.
careful. That's his job.
That's Sam's job. Anyways, but
He's
yeah.
the resident slur expert.
I got a few out
Yeah.
already. You missed it.
So one of the things I wrote down in anticipation of today's episode was so obviously we're kind of the focal point of this episode is automotive media. We all have
Yes.
different
Yeah.
we all have different experience and roots within automotive media. What really got you into it? Like think back to before as it was, like when you first got into
inspirations?
cars, like what did you draw inspiration from? Like was
So-
it magazines, was it videos, was it
Well, it's funny you mentioned Super Street because I have Super Street stickers on my Civic
OG.
on
Fuck
both
yeah.
corner windows, and
Hell
they're
yeah.
I had to like I didn't think they were gonna be hard to get. I had to like order them from Super Street.
Yeah.
Because I was
Really?
like, certainly someone.
You talking about the little red square with the SS? Yeah.
And now people are like, is that a Nazi thing? I'm like, what? No. I'm like, what do you mean?
never thought that.
I know, literally. It's like red and white, and it's SS, and people have literally come up to me and been like, is that like a World War II thing? I'm like, no, dude, it's Super Street. What are you talking
Hey,
about?
are you one of them? I'm not gonna say
On my
it.
Teggy? Like, yeah, sure.
I was like, okay. But
bonsai and shit, I guess.
I guess our
Gotta get
999
kamikaze
our
shirts.
999 defense collab did not help that image at all. Shout out 999 defense. But no, so in terms of inspiration, Super Street was big. I used to beg my mom when we would go to the bookstore. I would just go to the
Wait,
magazines.
was it Barnes and Noble the thing you tried to call me old?
Yeah,
What the
yeah.
fuck is
No,
a Barnes
no.
and Nobles? Dude?
It's old people like reading.
Barnes and Noble
Like-
is still a
like on
very
a-
popular.
Like on a Kindle?
Barnes and Noble owns.
It's a store.
It's a
like
store.
an actual store. Where you
It's
can
a
go-
bookstore.
You can go buy books. It's,
What the fuck is a book?
Yeah. So I used to beg my mom to go to the magazine aisle, and I would just like get Super Streets.
Yep.
And Thrashers, but Super Street I remembered vividly, and then once we got into the video stuff, you mentioned Crispy. I used to watch Crispy a lot when I was younger. Obviously, like H2O, Hometown
Oh, yeah.
Heroes.
Hell yeah.
Loved H2O. In terms of video, I have.
Sorry. I'm so sorry, Sam.
Oh, you're good. I would say actively, like, me and Blake have a lot of influences and like references as to like what we find inspiring, and it changes a lot, right? Because like sometimes it'll just be a video we saw on the internet and we're like, yo, that's sick, we should do something like that. And it is also like a balancing act of being like, you don't want to become too incestuous to car culture and just like keep making the same thing everyone's making. But we're both big enough dickheads that usually doesn't happen. We're both like, fuck the norm. Like, let's go do something crazy. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
But right now, I don't know if you've heard of I Love Bass. I'm sure you have.
Oh yeah, of course. They're
I forget
based out of what, like UK or something?
Yeah, and I forget what they used to. They had a different name. They used to be called. Actually, no, they're called Drivers Club now. They used to be called I Love Bass.
Yeah. Yep.
Their stuff is immaculate. I love their whole brand. And when they did their rebrand, I was equally as excited because it was so well executed, and now they're doing like huge collabs. I really like Big Time. I think they nail like the what's the word, like relatable car guy aesthetic.
Very much so.
Like I watch their videos and I'm like, this feels like me. This feels like a documentary of me, you know?
Yeah.
And
Do
then
you watch Gears and Gasoline? Because I think they're also very.
I do.
relatable.
I love Gears and Gasoline. This is not a negative of them at all. I just find them a little tedious sometimes because they're both Bens are both way more intelligent than me, and they're both doing a lot of stuff to both their cars that I want to do to my car. So it's as from like a techie info car guy thing, I like it because I'm like, give me all the specs, all the details. Yeah. But as a like, I want to sit down and have a beer and watch YouTube, not always like the best experience for me.
So I really like. I just real quick. I'm gonna let you finish. I'm not trying to.
No, you got it.
Steal your thunder here, but. I mean, I like Gears and Gasoline because they are kind of like local dudes and they make very relatable content. I really do kind of lean more into into Asian Ben's content, though. Other Ben's a cool guy, nothing against them. I've actually just watched the most recent video they uploaded of him finishing the wide body, the carbon wide body.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
EK
I saw the
track
MR2.
car.
He invited me to shoot video for the yellow S2K and the yellow FD.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he was like, getting my S2000.
Have you seen all the like racial slander around the guy with the yellow FD? There's like a whole thing about it right now. Anyways,
what?
Yeah, we'll talk. I don't really know a lot about it, so I don't want to like.
I'm so excited.
I don't know. I can't speak on it enough to like.
Thanks, babe.
I don't know the guy who owns the yellow FD, so I don't really want to go too far into it.
I saw that car
because,
recently at the Big Time show.
It's got all like the Ari
It's fucking
Amenya.
dope.
Wait, like he did
and
something bad?
Someone dug up like a video of him doing like a blackface thing or something.
Holy shit,
Anyways,
bro, the internet is crazy.
Yeah, we'll circle back to that offline because again, I don't know enough about it. I'm not trying to throw mud in the guy's face because I don't know him and he's got a sick car and like I don't know the context of it. So I'm just it came up so I couldn't not mention it. But no, but I like how Asian men can take something that's otherwise kind of, I don't want to say mundane, but something that's very like
technical.
A lot of technical jargon, but he puts like a really like funny, energetic twist on it.
Yeah.
Where he could like even my wife who like she could give two shits about like I watch a lot of Stance Works, I watch a lot of Mike Burrow stuff where he does like really in depth stuff on his builds, and like to me like my autism is like fucking bang off the limit. And I'm like I love this, but like my wife watching it, she's like this is boring. Like I respect the fact that you like it, but can we maybe watch something else? I could then literally change to a Gears and Gasoline video where Ben is hosting, and like he could be like, "Hey, today I'm engineering X, Y, and Z for my MR2 build." But the way in which he does it, and he puts like this comedic spin on it, she actually really likes it. So even though it's like something that's kind of grindy
really
and technical, he makes it fun even for people that aren't necessarily there for the car element, but just more for the entertainment element.
And that's very important. Like,
I agree.
Your audience.
And that's and I watch all they're one of the very few channels that I actually have like a notification bell set for. Like I try to watch their stuff when it comes out. And I've actually met them. Well, I met Asian Ben.
We went to their opening. There's
I didn't go to that, but I went to the Fortune Auto open house.
I missed that one.
And I actually met Asian Ben. We were in the same line at the food truck.
Oh, cool.
And he did a circle around my car and I was actually getting interviewed by the plate hunter dude.
Dude, I love plate
While
hunter.
Asian Ben was like
so
walking around
sick.
my car, and I was like, I really want to go talk to him, but like I'm in the middle of this interview.
I had to bug
This guy's
him.
really cool.
I was like on his grill. I was like, I know you only do Virginia plates. You want to do a Maryland one, please?
I didn't really do Virginia plate. No, at least not anymore.
No, he said no. I was his
sent
first Maryland
him-
plate.
Were you really?
Yeah. And I had to give
did
it
see
up
your
when I
video.
moved.
I send him plates like randomly. Like
Me
I
too.
DM him plates.
Me
all-
too. He's
There's
probably so tired
There's
of
a
it.
Honda Fit outside of No Speed Shop the other day that has the license plate GTR,
Dude, my buddy has
and I
one
was
on
like,
his
I gotta
fit.
send that to him.
He got fitness.
That's amazing.
Anyways,
Anyways,
What the fuck are you talking about again?
there's a guy. His Instagram handle is Plate Hunter VA, or
all he does is post interviews.
and he
of
does
people
interviews
adding tags.
of people about their license plates.
You know, I have a
Super
Facebook
cool.
group that's called the Official License Plate
Yeah,
Page or whatever.
you should do a.
There's a shocking
collab
amount of
with
vanity
it.
tags in Virginia.
There it is.
Yeah.
Actually,
I completely-
fun fact.
I'm selling that fucking page, by the way.
Virginia per capita has more custom plates than any other state.
I believe it. Like it's like
That
every
is
other car
actually
down
like a
here.
random.
Yeah.
Maryland doesn't even get
fact
close,
check me.
and PA does not get anywhere close.
Damn.
Virginia, there's a lot of people like in the spotted, like the DMV spotted thread.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of people who moved to Virginia, and like one of the first things they say is like, "Hey, so I'm new to the area. I noticed like everybody here has a custom plate in their car." It's
Yeah.
like
Correct.
we are cool. Anyway, sorry, I tangented. I wanted to get back to you're talking about your roots.
Oh, yes,
automotive
yeah.
media. What got you said Super Street?
Super Street, Crispy,
I Love
Bass. Obviously, Big Time's newer. Gears of Gasoline is more, I would consider, like, new age. I would say the most successful / inspirational, like, recurring channel that we do draw a lot of inspiration from is Night Ride.
I love Night
They're
Ride.
just so good.
yeah,
like
dude.
I love how they edit
Poland?
their videos.
Yeah.
They're
So
doing
cool.
excellent color grading, and they do something we are not good at, which is they color grade even their vlog style videos to look the same.
Wow.
And we just don't have time because we film
Yeah.
most of our like vlog build videos on phones.
Yeah.
We have it set up to where we could color grade them and kind of match, but they're actually using like real mirrorless cameras for everything. And just doing
It's
the
so
best
much fun.
graphics, and all of the on-camera faces on their channel are all like equally engaging, equally funny, equally like just really candid on camera, and we love their stuff. I talk about them to Blake and really everyone all the time. I'm like, look what they did! Like that's so cool. I wish we could do that.
And they're also super relatable because
Yes.
they're not
Yeah.
they're not out there building these super high end. I mean, the one car that they built that is pretty crazy is the Blue R32.
I was gonna
But
say
they-
Kevin.
Kevin is just he's in his own. Kevin is. Are you familiar with Kevin?
No.
The van.
It's this little like key van. It's red and it has a motorcycle. So basically, it has like a full motorcycle basically in it, like
Yeah.
even with the handlebars.
Well, you know how
Yeah.
people.
But they
like,
retrofitted it to like
Wait.
the drive how it like
you know how people have booster swap like K cars.
Yeah.
They did that, but they kept it in the bike. They
Yeah.
put the bike in the van.
in the van. Yeah.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, it's, like, super
It's
famous.
literally an actual bike just sitting in
Yeah.
the back, and it's like welded
go.
or something to the subframe or
Here you go.
something like that.
Yeah, it's
And they cut
like
a hole in the
literally
bike. Yeah.
a motorcycle just like in the back of this van.
That's
it's
Night
super
Ride,
cool.
right?
That's
Yes.
Night Ride.
Yeah.
But yeah, they build for the most part. I mean, they have a couple like long term builds like Kevin and like the Blue R32 and whatever else. But outside of those, and those are all like long term projects. It wasn't like an overnight
Right,
thing. Where
right.
like we got to build this within 3 weeks before this show. Like it's like years of grinding, months or if not
Yeah.
years of grinding. But beyond that, I think that all their cars and their builds that they do are very relatable, very like achievable for like an
I feel
average
like
Joe
they're
to kind of
also
go out and
good at
emulate.
nailing that like era specific build,
Very much so.
which is interesting given that they're in Poland. But every car they've made, and it hasn't been like they're not all the same. Like they kind of get them all to a point where it's like the cars all. This is like very broad and top down, but like all the cars that they build end up having like a very strong identity
Yeah.
in the channel. And I think it's a combination of a lot of things. It's how they're building them. It's like they're painting them bright colors. They're talking about them like they name their cars.
Yeah.
That all builds like a caricature around the car.
Right.
And then now I'm not even watching the video necessarily for them as much as like I want to see Kevin.
Well, the,
You know what I mean?
the
Like-
the cars kind of the parallel I'm going to make here is like the original Fast and Furious, where the cars are as much of a character
Yeah.
as the actors and actresses that were driving them. Kind of so with you two,
Personalizing the object.
yeah. So it's like with
Kind of
Night
like
Ride,
cinematic
the
masterpiece
cars,
3.
So the cars on Night Ride's channel are as much of a character, and to the point, like you said, to the point that they actually name them
Yeah.
as the actual Night Ride guys, the hosts. So, which I totally agree, and I think it's really cool.
I think it's super it's one of the hardest things I've done was like build videos, because it's really hard to. It's hard to film what you're trying to film, because a lot of the times like
It's a nightmare.
Dude,
It's
yeah.
so awful.
Yeah, and so sometimes I just throw in like the GoPro on my head, and then I just like, I'm gonna record what I record. Whatever I pick out of this is what I pick out of this. But like, it's difficult because like some people are interested in cars for either like a story or like the cinematics or whatever.
Some
and
people
then,
just want the DIY.
yeah, some people want to DIY.
Yeah.
But so if I'm building a car and I'm doing it to show like what is my objective, right? So a lot of the times it was like, this was my, I don't know, it's to show what it would be like getting into a B5S4 without any knowledge of like a B5, but having built other cars to show how, similar it is. It's probably just
Hey guys, quick update. I hate myself.
it's like I came from like Mark 4s, Mark 2s, and Mark 7s, which arguably are really easy cars to work on. And then you get into this like over-engineered German fucking hunk of shit, and it's like, why do I have to pull the subframe and the front end and everything off to change the alternator on this fucking car? It's because they absolutely hated human beings when they were building this car.
Yeah.
So, but it's really hard to kind of portray, like, some people were like, hey, we wanted, like, I had a comment and it was like, yeah, we wanted like a more like a step-by-step video of like what you were doing. And I'm like, well, that wasn't my objective. But now that I'm doing that, I could probably tie that in somehow, but I don't know what audience now I'm going for.
Because like, the trick is trying to hit both. And
exactly.
Really all of it, and being like, there's bits and pieces here for everyone. If you're coming to watch how to do it, you get that. If you're coming to watch it for the people on screen, obviously you get that.
Yeah.
And being able to that is equal parts filming, being on camera, and editing, because that's part of the benefit I think that small channels have, is because there's so few people involved that once you get everyone on board, everyone's going into a project kind of knowing like, okay, this is where we're trying to land with everything, all those things in mind.
Yep.
And so everyone's working together to do that. And the benefit of our brand is that me and Blake have had our hands in so many parts of creativity, where it's like we've done storyboarding, photography, video, edit,
What
like
a
we've done it
dream,
all.
dude. Yeah.
So it's like I have learned best practice in all those micro fields to set myself up for success, because I'm not giving it to the next guy. I am the next guy. I'm filming and I'm the editor and I'm the color grade.
Yeah.
So like when we're all on the same page and we're all doing that towards the common end, it's like that is best case scenario. And then of course you grow. You need to onboard people. Obviously, I would love to be like Cletus McFarlane and just like have a camera crew. Yeah. That would be awesome. But then there's a lot more communication that has to happen when it's like, how do I onboard a whole creative media team and be like, here's, other than being like, watch our videos and do that, like that's not helpful. Like, and especially having, again, been on that side and been the media team.
Yeah.
And being onboarded
so
onto
you know
a project.
what to give down.
Yeah. Now I know how to do the other end and be like, okay, like here's the goalposts. So the parameters of the.
It's cat food.
Okay.
That actually happens like every video where it's like
Right
it's
at
just
5 o'clock.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I feel like you could. I feel like you could kind of be, if you kind of stay the course and keep at it, almost like a modern day Can I Beat, where because they post a lot of back in the day Can I Beat. So in the early like 2010s, Can I Beat was kind of like one of the gold standards for automotive media, for like doing car features. They hosted shows, which I know obviously.
StanceWorks?
Well, Stance Station was a big one.
Yeah.
StanceWorks. That they all had a lot of roots in blogs and forums, which are kind of RIP. I actually had that as a note that we could talk about was forums, but I was like, I was huge in the forums because I'm old shit, but I didn't know how big.
That's one of the things that AI is killing.
Yeah, I miss forums. I miss the camaraderie and just like I made so many friends and met so many awesome people and like learned so much through forums and like
I got cyberbullied really bad.
But-
all the time.
Same all the time.
Yeah, they hated me.
well, your guys' experience with forums were way different than mine. But
Okay,
I think like you have a serious recipe for. You have the business knowledge. You have all the structure from what your experience is from both the bottom to the top level. Those are all important parts to understand how to run.
well, and he has the personality.
Yeah, of course.
I think being like the face of something and having the personality to like
being this dumb.
bring
And
because
Asian.
anybody who's anyone who's anybody could go out and be like, hey, I made this channel, I'm hosting this car show, and you should come out. But like, it's like for me to want to take that seriously, the person, it has to seem genuine, and the person has to seem like cool and relatable
Yeah.
for me to actually want to consume that content.
Yeah.
Well, and what's interesting too is to that point, I've realized this is more like a self-reflection of myself over the past few months, is that like my interest in cars, you guys are both car guys enough to like know, like as you mature through cars, you get through the basics phase where you're like, oh, like basic maintenance and coilovers, and then you're getting to like the point where it's like engine swaps and like wiring harnesses, and then you're to the point where you're like buying shells for the shell, and you're like deep. Okay, so we're like all late stage car guy at this point.
Yeah.
And I still love it, right? I wouldn't be doing half the things I'm doing if I didn't love cars.
Yeah.
But I'm realizing like more and more my interest has waned from like the cars themselves to like the people
Yeah.
Oh,
that
absolutely.
own the cars and that have stories about the cars. Because every time I go to a meet,
Bingo.
I'll kind of zero in on one or two people, and I'm like, something about them or this car is unique. You know, whether it's just like a very rare car, or whether or not like they're just like a very interesting person. And I just go up to people and I talk to them. I'm like, hey, tell me about you and the car.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's just amazing how like it's like, oh, it was my grandfather's car that my dad had for 20 years, and then he gave it to me, and now it's this. Or, you know, whatever else. Like, it's always a crazy story. So back to reference what we were talking about before, which was, like, going to meets and being recognized is still something that I'm not good at. Because, like, in my, I guess, view of the channel, we're still, like, just me and Blake. Like, we're small time. We're just, like, local DMV car
Still kind
guy.
of in your infancy.
People like you guys, like I know you, like we've hung out. I know who you are. I know what cars. And then we go to meets, and like people I don't know come up to me. We went to Carla Imports.
Yeah.
And there was a '93, I think, GSR Integra.
Yeah.
That was fully OEM restored.
Blades.
Hell yeah.
Brand new.
Polished
paint.
blades, baby.
No, because it's a '93.
Oh, it's a DA.
Yeah, it's a DA. Well,
Oh, shit.
DB2 actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a DA.
It's not. It's a DB.
But to the average
To the average Joe, it's
the
a
average
DA9.
Joe,
Yeah,
because I know you can get into the brass tacks of stuff with
Yeah.
the chassis codes with Hondas, but
I'm
to
gonna rail
most
on that over and over
people,
that.
to most
I own a
people,
DB2.
to most people, it's a DA, and then it's a DC2, and then it's
Right,
a DC5,
right.
and then after that, I stopped caring.
Yeah,
But-
I mean, same.
Jesus.
So no, he's right. So yeah, this beautiful GSR sitting there, and I went up to the guy and we started talking, and he's like, "Hey, I'm Tom," and we started talking, and he was like, "You look familiar," and I was like, "Oh, I was just like over
Aren't
there
you from the
autocrossing."
internet?
Yeah.
Well, I was like, I was just over there autocrossing in my Integra, like maybe you saw me over there, and because it's two different like fields. And he was like, and we talked, and he told me about the car, and it had this really cool story, and then he was like, I know what you're from. I was like, what? And he was like, you run that YouTube channel with the pink Integra. I was like, what? You've seen my videos? And he was like, yeah, I've seen your videos.
Well, we call it pink.
Well, it is pink now.
It's rose gold.
It's actually pink.
It's at.
Yeah, if you saw it
Really?
in person, it's pink.
Yeah.
I've seen it in person. I saw it at Sunset Cars in the Concourse.
Well, it was sunset.
I gotta plug Sunset.
It was golden. It was golden hour.
Yeah. Well, it's like my car's beige, but
Are they still mad at
everybody
me?
calls it gold.
Is
they mad
Sunset
at you?
still mad at me?
What'd you do?
Blake was at the last one. You weren't.
No, I was where was I? I was doing something.
I know. I
I
thought
didn't
you were
even
gonna be
enter
there.
my car because I was like, I didn't want to cause a ruckus again. I like kind of fucked up the golf cart path.
Well, there was an NB Miata that was at the most recent one with like 300,000 degrees of camber on like work Meister whatever the. Not, but anyways, it was like
Did
a
you
dark.
just?
I want to say it was either black or dark green.
God damn it!
But I mean, like I don't know how.
Gang.
I didn't watch him drive out there
On
onto the
Fam
course,
and
but
when we pulled in,
I don't know.
I had my boy in my passenger seat, and like there's that one bump when you drive under the like
oh,
clubhouse.
I already know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I hit that.
You were behind me. I was looking at my rear mirror.
and
like
everyone looked
like,
at me. Yeah,
I
we
went
rolled in
over it,
together.
and I like tiptoed over it. My 3000 GT is low, but it's not. My subframe's nowhere. I'm on 19s.
Yeah.
He's on like
14s.
Hell yeah!
And-
Small wheels forever.
And so even though like
165
wheel
tires.
gap wise,
Amazing.
Wheel gap wise, like we're
Same.
probably
Same.
same. But like his car just being a smaller car on small wheels, the undercarriage sits way lower.
Yeah.
And I remember that bump you're talking about. The first time I went, I like looked at it and I was like, "Ay," and I like went over it. You can't really angle because you're on a golf
It's
cart
literally
path.
this
and
wide.
you're just gonna like fall off the edge and like beat yourself if you try to.
It's
you know.
mulch on both sides.
So you put like a slight angle, but
Yeah.
not much. And I went over it and I didn't. I was like, oh my my gosh, I didn't scrape. But
And
then I
then you
looked in my
hear out the
rearview
window.
mirror. I looked in my rearview mirror and I saw Sam and his Integra. And I was like, that's not gonna be a good time for him.
He's fucked.
I was like, well, I'm past it, so I'm just gonna keep going.
By the time I got down there, they had already like parked and gotten out of their cars and were like having a good time.
Yeah, we
I
were on
came
like
down
our third
that-
beer. Dude, he's like
literally.
pulling up like,
The golf cart path goes around the back of the like golf house, like the big building,
Yeah.
and it kind of like trickles down into the 18th hole.
Yeah.
And I got down, and right behind the clubhouse, there's like 2 huge ripples in the golf cart path, and you remember those.
Oh, yeah.
And they're unavoidable because it's a golf cart path. It's
yeah,
a
it's,
golf
it's,
cart.
it's
Go
very,
around
it's
it,
only
yeah.
as wide as, it's barely as wide as your car.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
I had my
golf
boy in
carts.
the car too, which didn't help. He's
Yeah.
not a big guy.
Really
but,
good,
like,
dude. Get out and walk.
No, but like we got up to it, and they're like, that high of a ripple. Like it's a
Oh, yeah, it's
small.
a gnarly little, yeah.
And I looked at him and I was like, our only option is to go fast because if I go slow,
I'm
we
gonna
will
get
be there for the rest of the show.
Oh my
And there's
God.
a bunch of people because they had all like the booths and shit and like the food truck all out right there, of course. So like 80 people are standing around there because it's rolling. And I stop and I look at it, I tell him we gotta go, and I just like gunned it at it and literally launched off the first bump and landed on the second
Did a
bump.
wheelie.
No, literally. Like, gosh! And then they pull me up, and I'm like, I don't even think I'm gonna make it on the 18th hole. Like, I think I'm gonna dig a new sand trap. Like, and I started to try and dipped one wheel off, and it just started spinning. And the guy's like, ah! And he just was like, back up straight and park right there.
Like,
Me and my boy
alright.
Kyle.
Yeah,
literally
because you
just
guys
parked
were right
next to
there on
each
the
other.
edge because, yeah.
There was nowhere for us to go.
That is insane.
On that note, though, because they do 2 a year. I went to the spring one this year. They do a fall one.
And they do some pop-ups, right? Like
They
randomly.
do the
Like-
pop-ups at like the Silo Falls
Yeah.
or whatever. I've never
Pretty
been to
venue.
that.
That was
but,
pretty.
Yeah, no, my buddy Austin, he has a bagged MR2, like a satin red MR2.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's a super cool guy. He's been to
Stage
the Silo
night
Falls.
wheels, right?
Yeah, yep, exactly. But no, I went to the spring one earlier this year. And I'm planning on taking the Santa Cruz. I want to park. I want to be the cool guy parking in the sand trap. in
Yeah,
Santa
yeah.
Cruz.
Bring a rock to put
Well,
your
because
wheel
it's
up
also
on.
got the
God.
it's got the cooler built into the bed, so I can
Get hammered at the
put a bunch
golf
of Four
course.
Locos in it.
Yeah.
But no, but I was gonna
What?
say you guys should definitely. We should all.
I can try.
We should all group. We should all group up.
Yeah, I
Let's see.
definitely
I'll see if
Definitely.
they denied the black car 2 years ago.
Jesus.
That car?
The Civic. Yeah, they didn't like the
Really?
Civic. They liked the pink car though.
If they wait,
So maybe I'll enter the race car next and see what they do. Because the last time I was there, again, I'm on toss heat. The last time I was there, I keep seeing the same DC2. And
Yeah.
I've got beef with because he's got all the parts I have, and I know damn well that car don't get tracked.
damn.
And I hate that shit.
Are you still on what? Was it T's and Regamasters?
Right now I'm running just the TEs again.
Oh yeah. 14 T's.
No, this is only
Integra.
Integra. I have 2 of them because
say,
I
yeah.
hate myself.
So the amount of Volkswagen and Audis.
I hope my
the
wife
amount
doesn't
of,
divorce me.
VAG group cars you have is what he has with Hondas.
So
He's just got.
I kind of wanted to break into
ton of
this because
Hondas.
I
Okay.
love. I am a shade tree mechanic. I've been building cars for I guess since I was a kid. I did a lot of working on cars with friends, like in my old car crew, which car crews kind of sounds kind of cringy, but this was kind of.
They
like
used to be cool.
They used
to be cool.
Yeah. We did. They taught me a lot. They taught me we had access to a shop, tools, lift, all that kinds of shit. So I learned a lot, and it was really great because it was a lot of different people coming in together to do the same shit. I mean, I'm in like IT and whatnot, so like we had wiring.
Smart guy.
No,
Oh.
no. Like I said, I'm a manager, so I just make sure things slide sheets.
He
or
yells
slide
at
decks.
smart people.
No, not
That's
even yelling.
tough.
No, because they yell at me.
Oh.
When they need something, I got to make sure that they have everything. They're the smart, the workforce. I just make sure they have everything they need to get.
You're
the
Miss
project.
Frizzle.
Yes, 100%. And then we're about to
What a
go take the
baddie.
school bus
Seatbelts, everyone.
directly into Tower 2. Anyway, so
What?
so your like backstory,
God.
I guess. Like I had Mark IIs, Mark IVs, like second generation, fourth generation. Like Volkswagens is kind of my thing. It was like I don't know why, but it was my first car when I was 16. Was
You
a
can't
Mark
let me forget. I have something to show you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Mark II. But keep
Hell
going,
yeah.
Keep going.
I love 14s. Small wheels are my favorite thing ever because I had SSR Mark 1s on a Mark II. Yeah, dude.
Whatever happened to that car, by the way?
Whatever happened to those
Fucking,
wheels?
The wheels I sold to a friend.
I hate you.
And I sold them for $400.
What?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to bleep this. Kill yourself.
Damn it. But yeah, they were 14 by 6 ET like dog shit, but
Who cares? I've been trying to find Mark 1s and
those-
Mark
I
2s
know.
for years.
Dude.
And they're like always in Australia and they're like $3,000. And I'm like, what?
yeah,
like,
like, why? I have no idea why. Like they were great wheels, but you couldn't see my brake upgrades. You know, whatever. It's a fucking dinner plate. And then I took all the anodization off and hand polished all 4. And it took me, I shit you not, 2 months. to
Yeah, that
fucking
sounds
get it
awful.
off. It was the worst.
I don't think I would do that.
But I swapped motors. Meredith and I were actually building Mark IIs at the same time frame when we were kids, like 18, 19 years old.
Oh, that's so cool.
But we didn't know each other. We just happened to do like the exact same mods. Her Mark II is still with us. Like my Mark IIs are gone.
Still in the garage, right?
No, the Mark IV, the R32 is in the garage
Where's the Mark II at?
at my buddy Frankie's house because I can't weld.
Okay.
He's welding our floor pans because I can't.
Frankie.
Fur.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
Those
a-
are the only Volkswagen guy I know. Is Frankie Paul Caro
Yeah. No,
from Warrenton?
Frankie, his buddy one. So like I have the
Oh, no.
B5, which is my first Audi, and then like the Mark 7 was just like my first car I bought brand new, and I can't get rid of it now because I love that thing, and I've done numerous like quality of life mods to make it
Yeah.
basically a good daily driver. It's not by any means a show car. I don't show it. It has Audi seats that I did a wiring diagram for because I love IT and tech and wiring harnesses. That's like my thing. I want to build wiring harnesses in the future. I love breaking shit down, building them back together within fucking reason because all of my cars break and then I have to build them back up because I have a deadline of going to fucking work the next day, which is the unfortunate part. But my whole curiosity started with cars because why not? It's a thing you drive every single fucking day.
Yeah.
There is a plethora of systems in a car. A car is consistent of like 7 or 8 major systems, right? Like your brake system, your the motor itself is a system, suspension's a system. There are all these like systems in a car that I could break down even into subsystems. That shit makes my fucking
Your
Tis and
gears
scratch.
turn, yeah.
yeah. And like
But that's an interesting way of even looking at it. Like, I don't look at it like that. Like, that's a very logical way of looking at
Yeah.
things. Like, I don't look at cars like that. I'm just like, what the fuck? What is this trash?
why did you-
$300 cash today. I'm on my way. Have that shit cleaned up and ready for me.
I don't even work on cars. So
Yeah. And Josh just loves driving the fuck out of it. He likes
I was gonna say
driving.
Josh's car
He
just
likes to
doesn't
be
seem to
loud.
ever break, other than now.
Yeah.
well, it's not fully broken. So the front left axle's been making a lot of unhappy noises, and I just decided to take it off. The axle's on order, so it'll get fixed later this month. But I've just decided it's not worth driving it and
Yeah.
Yeah.
pouring.
Meanwhile-
It's like I don't need to drive it, so it's
My
just like,
wastegate's sticking.
My-
And I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna hit some WD-40 and knock it back in. And we're taking that shit to work.
My oil is full of gasoline.
What makes you enjoy cars?
I don't think I do. Lately,
We came to the final conclusion. Fuck cars.
Wait, you
this is
think
just
I
like an
like
advanced.
I like cars.
This is late stage, like advanced masochism. Is what cars is. It's just like well,
You ever play Tarkov?
no, I don't hate myself quite that much.
Okay, cool. Never mind.
I play Rainbow Six Siege. So
Okay, never mind.
dude,
I'm close.
I had a full
Tarkov
circle moment.
is exotic asphyxiation, and Rainbow Six Siege is just straight punching your balls.
Yeah, no,
I have to
literally.
make a comment on Rainbow Six Siege. So I had a big full circle moment recently. So when Rainbow Six Siege came out in 2014,
Holy
'cause
shit.
that's how long it's
He
been out.
was still old, by the way. By
I was
then.
still old. I was like 60. Now I'm 69. But
Nice.
exactly. No, when that game came out, I was super into it. It's all I played. When Eric and I first started dating,
Yeah.
'cause
Damn.
Eric, we've been together for 12 years, and when we first met and started dating, that was like my go-to game.
Yeah.
And I played it for like 2-3 years, was super big into it, and then I just, for no real reason, I just kind of fell out of it. My best friend's son, who is, I want to say he's like 12 or
12.
13.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
champ with
So
the 3-0 KD.
he was born. He was basically like born when that game came out.
yeah.
And now he's like 12 or 13, and he came up to me. It was just like a month ago. I was over at his house, and he came up to me very like matter of fact. Like I didn't like. He just assumed like, oh, he's a boomer. He's old. He probably doesn't know about this. He's like, hey, have you ever heard of this game Rainbow Six Siege? And I was like, Jesus Christ.
And
I
then
was
you beat
like,
the shit out of him.
it was such a full circle moment. I was like, I was literally playing that when you were like a fucking embryo.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you were sperm or you were like maybe a newborn child.
Oh, I had to check my son because he was like, I had to be like, you know, your dad played Minecraft when it was in beta, right?
I bought the
Yeah.
beta for $20.
Me too.
Yeah. And
I played Minecraft
fucking,
when I lived with Hermanson. That was
Yeah.
many years ago.
Yeah.
Dude, I was like deep in Minecraft, and
Yeah.
and now my kid's like in love with Minecraft, which
With
I love.
lore.
I love that he likes Minecraft. 'Cause
It's a good game.
Yeah, it makes the synapses
It's
kind
a
of
lot of critical
fire.
thinking. It's
Yeah,
a lot of critical
exactly.
thinking.
Yeah.
So,
So
so what started like I unfortunately got I guess I unfortunately started my love for VW because I bought one with the $2,000 that I had, and then I kind of fell
Probably
into
worth 8 now.
yeah now I hate it. But then I kind of fell into there was such a strong culture for Volkswagen back in the day.
It was
like,
so good.
Yeah, it was.
I mean,
amazing.
I think most of the car guys I know now with roots in Volkswagen are still like some of the like most. I will give Volkswagen this. Like those guys have the craziest attention to detail.
Yes.
Like they are so OCD about
don't sell yourself short though, because like the Eibach meets and stuff out in California, like all the Hondas, like Phase 2 Mikey, all those dudes.
it just
with, like,
doesn't
the
even
shaved
compare
bays.
though to like
But
Mark 1 and Mark 2 shaved bays were just like artwork.
But
like,
Volkswagens and Hondas, I would argue, to this very day, have the best like enthusiast groups and car communities.
Yeah.
And the most attention to detail.
I think I'd agree. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's solid. Like
I'm
so
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No,
Your
you're good.
question.
That was my root cause. That and also we had property. My parents had property on 123rd in Ocean City when we were really young.
Mm-hmm.
So when we went in off season, it just so happened to be H2O.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow,
so when I
that's
was
so
a kid,
cool.
you would see fucking like I would be like my mom and dad like fuck it's the cars again.
Fuck it's those guys, it's those goons with their cars.
I knew that the fucking rental costs were low for a reason.
Yeah.
God damn it.
So
Our
I, like-
timeshare.
We like I'd go out and then I was like I'm seeing like the most colorful Mark IVs I've ever seen in my entire life. Mob in the streets.
Yeah.
And it
Oh,
was
yeah.
the 20th anniversary yellow, 20th anniversary blue. 20, you know what I mean? And then like R32s and whatnot. I'm like the sounds these fucking cars are making. Like I've just recently started getting boners. Like this is also giving me boners. Like this is insane.
He's just standing out on the balcony, just fucking going to town.
Why is this making me?
Damn, is that a VR6?
So, but yeah, what started this whole thing off for you?
You're going to hate my answer.
Yeah, why Honda?
No.
This is going to be crazy. Like, this is first ever, as it was, debut of why Sam's retarded. All right. Do we have to bleep retarded? Is that
I feel like Honda's
I don't
is
think
a
so.
safe. It's a good car to be into.
I still tell
It's way
people-
better than fucking old dumb Mitsubishis. That's way better.
Well, don't sell yourself too short. To be
No.
fair, right now,
Way better.
side note, the car that I'm after, because I got asked this recently, which was if you had to set up like your top 3 cars for like daily, project, whatever else, like what's your 3
Let's
car
revisit
lineup?
that at the end.
Yeah. Well, I was like, I have it. I am happy.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing that I'm like chasing anymore chassis wise where I'm like, I need that car, but the exception, I want a fucking Pajero.
Really?
Bad.
A Nissan Pajero? Wait, or the
Mitsubishi.
Mitsubishi.
And
Mitsubishi
I
one,
would
yeah.
settle for a Mini.
Really?
I would settle because I just want one. But I mean, a Pajero Mini or a Evo would be just like that is one of my dream cars. Is
Wow.
a Pajero Evo. I don't know why. I just want one. It's
I have
like
a buddy
two
down
more
in,
stupid SUV that's fast.
I have
as
a buddy
fuck.
in
Yeah.
Richmond that has one. He used to live up.
I was gonna say sell it to me, but I don't have 50
It's
grand.
his
so.
is
Yeah.
silver. Because
No,
they
it's
only
not-
came
it's
in
not
what?
white, I don't care.
They only came in silver, white, red, and black.
Yep. Mhm.
Yeah. Anyways, why Hondas?
So Hondas,
Or not
it's-
even just Hondas.
It's just cars. It really stems back to as a kid. So I come from a very reserved, conservative Christian household. My dad and my mom have been together forever. I didn't get adopted until they were in their 40s, so they're a lot older than me. I was homeschooled through Christian school all my life. Went to private Christian school all the way up to community college. Went to ACC. Graduated. Went to Messiah, which is a private Christian liberal arts college in Harrisburg.
My wife's sister went to Messiah.
Yeah, sorry for her. That place sucks. No, damn. I'm kidding. Our program there is amazing. I love Brent. I love Daniel. I love the art program. The culture there is kind of rough, especially coming from what I would consider myself as more of a realist in terms of religion, politics, all the
Sure.
above.
Same.
That aside, that's kind of just to give you like a lens on like how I grew up, what my day to day was like as a kid.
Sure.
The one thing that would happen every weekend is my dad watched NASCAR religiously.
Hell
I
yeah,
don't know
brother.
why, because
That's
he's
tight.
not a car guy. He's not really into cars.
Did he have a driver?
Yeah, it was Joe Gibbs Racing, because Joe Gibbs, go
Wow.
Christian. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Bobby Labonte, number 18, Interstate Batteries, Pontiac.
Interstate Battery, and then Terry Labonte was
Terry Labonte was
Cornflakes.
Kellogg's, and
yeah.
Tony Stewart was the 20 Home Depot.
Home Depot.
Yeah, Home
Yep,
Depot,
yep,
yeah.
yep.
Those were our cars, and every Sunday that was on TV, and it was just like, I think that started the ball rolling, and then once I remember it was like a day. Like, I
Yeah.
remember waking up one day and it being like,
That's watching NASCAR.
I was 15, and I was like, when I turn 15 in 9 months in Maryland, I can get my learner's permit. And then I was just immediately like, what car should I buy? Because I was working. I got a job at 15. I was working at Chick-fil-A.
Fuck yeah.
And I worked at Chick-fil-A for 8 years. I went all the way from...
Damn.
It's funny to imagine you being like super polite proper.
Oh, I wasn't. That's why they let me go. I think my pleasure lasted about 2 years.
Welcome to Chick-fil-A, suck my dick.
Yeah. Fuck you want, chicken? That's what I thought.
Fuck you want.
Ranch.
Chick-fil-A sauce.
Dude,
Fuck outta
so I was working at Chick-fil-A, and I was like, I'm making enough money that I can kind of buy a shitty car.
Yeah.
And I got my learner's permit. I was like bugging my mom, just like, I'm gonna go get my learner's permit. I'm gonna go do my test. Got it. Then I was like, all right, what car should I get? And I remember the 3 cars that I was shopping between was a Mazda 3, a Volkswagen Corrado,
Fuck yeah.
and Integras.
Hell
And I actually wanted
That's
an RSX.
so hard.
I wanted an RSX, and I test drove one.
Which
and it
isn't Integra, but
it was just a little out of my budget. It was automatic.
Yeah.
It wasn't a Type S, whatever. And then me and my dad started talking. I was like, I just want like a car that's like kind of old so I can work on it. And he's like, you want to work on cars? I was like, I don't know. I kind of like, because I had played all the Need for Speed games. Like Underground 2 was my shit, right?
hell
Like,
yeah.
I was like,
Underground 2 is
Midnight Club Dub Edition,
Dub Edition,
3,
baby.
like
all those games are good.
all those games. I was like,
Oh, so
I
good.
had the seed planted. I was like, I want to destroy a vehicle really bad. So, and we got this listing on back then it was Craigslist.
Yeah.
No one knows about that anymore, but it was Craigslist,
I'm still
and
using it.
it was actually in Silver Spring. It was right here.
Oh shit.
It was a one or two owner Integra, the gray one I have still.
No shit. That's tight.
Wait,
Yeah.
the GSRU?
No, the gray one. The track
Oh,
car.
the track car. Okay,
That was my
okay.
first car, and I still have it. And yeah,
that's
it's
your first car.
that was
no
my
shit.
first car, and the owner and I still hang out. He actually DJ'd my wedding.
No shit, dude. That's awesome.
It was like, talk about full circle.
Yeah.
When we were at my wedding, I was like looking at him across the dance floor. I was like, that's so crazy that like he's the guy I bought my first car from.
Yeah.
And now we're boys, and like he's gotten married and had kids, I think, since now, and it's like, it's just crazy. But yeah, so that was the first car, and then it was a 4-speed auto when I bought it.
Oh yeah.
It got wrecked twice in my ownership, total rebuilt, stripped.
Did not let it
GSR
go.
trans. And now I'm like trying to blow it up because I'm done with this non-VTEC B18,
Yeah.
and it just won't blow up. I've
It's just
tried.
dead nuts.
It's got oil in it.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Then that's why it won't blow up anymore. Like.
Well, I mean, like, I
Hondas-
want to blow it up racing it. Like, I
Yeah.
don't want to just like take the oil out and blow it up. But like,
Yeah,
that
exactly.
track events, like I beat the piss out of that car.
Yeah.
It
Hondas
doesn't
don't die.
care.
It doesn't care.
Hondas
It doesn't care at all.
Yeah.
I've owned one Honda, and that thing was just
What
invincible.
Honda?
I had a '97 Civic HX
So EK
EK coupe. It was
D15.
it was whatever. So the HX had the VTEC E, which was it was like the hybrid before hybrid. Basically, it was VTEC, but the E stood for economy, so it was to maximize gas mileage. And the HX also had the same design wheel as the Type
Yeah,
R,
the
but it was a
Type R.
14.
Yep. And people
Because
still want
dude,
those. Those
I
are
would be
wheels.
at gas stations, like pumping gas, and I'm in this like fucking faded red Civic HX. The quarter panel was like bent in because someone hit it while I was on vacation, and I left it parked on the street. And my roommate at the time texted me and he sent me a picture. He's like, "Was your quarter panel always like this?" I was like, "Absolutely not."
No.
He's like, "Oh, someone hit your car." And I was like, "Sweet, I'm on vacation. I'm glad to know that now." But no, I would be pumping gas in my fucking like 50 Shades of Red Civic HX.
It was a coupe?
Coupe. And like I would say like every third time I'd be pumping gas, someone would come up to me, some like random like skeezy looking dude. It was always like some random skeezy. He'd be like, they would come over and they'd be like, "Hey, bro, you want to trade wheels?" And I'm like, "No, I don't want to. I don't want to look like I'm trying to modify this car."
Yeah.
Because I got offered some pretty interesting trades. Like the one that stands out to me the most was because it was a wheel that everybody had back in the day. Was a pair of Roto Slipstreams 15s, satin black, the fake spoon wheels.
Roto Slipstream slander will not be tolerated on this podcast because they're good wheels.
No, I don't.
I'll die on that hill.
The only reason I didn't take them up on it is I bought that car purely for reliability and gas mileage. I didn't really want to go from a 14 to a 15 because that would have made my gas mileage worse. And I was at that time, Erica was going to school in Pennsylvania, so I was going up to Pennsylvania like every week or every weekend. But also that car was like visually was such a piece of shit because it had like no clear coat. So like basically it was like red, pink,
Yeah.
pink, like different parts of it.
They just didn't put clear coat.
And
on those
I didn't
cars.
want to like put subjectively cool wheels on it because I didn't want it to look like I was trying to make it something cool.
And then you go down
I just
the
wanted to blend
landslide
in.
of like now it's coilovers, now it's everything.
Yeah, it's a slippery slope.
Yeah,
Because obviously, if I put a set of Roto Slipstreams on it, I gotta get some like eBay coilovers for it.
Yeah, or
and then once I do that, I'm like, well, I gotta buy like a fucking like at least like an axle
lip
back
kit or something.
a lip kit.
Yeah,
And I might as well get an
come
intake.
on.
But yeah, it was such a dead nuts reliable car that I didn't even want to start down that slippery slope.
There's a lot of maturity in that decision.
Yeah, the only thing I did to that, like mod wise, the only thing I did to that car was a head unit. I put a head unit.
Yeah,
so
because that's like a quality of life.
Yeah,
mod.
you know, so I could fucking listen to music on my phone because it was like a, I don't know, like a 3.5 hour, 4 hour drive up to my now wife's where she was going to school at, and so I needed some tunes. But yeah, that was all I did. I did a head unit and. I think I buffed the headlights and so I could actually see when I drove it at night because they were pretty cloudy when I bought it. But
well, I was thinking about that today because I was like, the last time I drove a car on purpose into like DC area was I had a 95 EG sedan that had a lot of lore that I won't get into because it's too much. But basically, I bought a friend that I had known most of my life. A skater of mine, a buddy of mine, I bought a car that had been in his family most of his life during COVID, and then went through a ton of stuff with it because it burnt a valve like 2 days after I bought it. So went through a whole thing, did like we did piston rings, full valve train, like everything on this piece of shit motor. It was such a garbage. Like it was a D16 Z6 Y8 Frankenstein motor, and most people, I forget which way it goes, do like the Y8 head on the Z6 block, I think. This one was the opposite, so it was just fucked because it was a Y8 block on a Z6 head. So the timing was always off by half a tooth because of that. So I had to set the timing and then fully retard every other bit of ignition timing to make it 0. Just to get it in spec. Like everything else had to be fully retarded because it was a half tooth above. Either way.
Yeah.
I had 14-inch E30 BBS RZs on it.
Nice.
And it was just on like shitty coilovers, maxed out, like banging frame all the time. I had the only mod in that car, you talked about your head unit, that I had in that car that I was like, I have to protect that. My buddy for my wedding gave me a pair of headlights. He's a retrofitter, and he built me BMW projector and ballast retrofitted
like
headlights
the Halo
for that car. Not the Halo. They were just
Okay.
like really clean projectors with like a very nice cutoff. They were like $800, $900 headlights, and I put them in the EG. So I just had this piece of shit EG.
so they were
like,
worth as much as
beautiful.
the car
at
itself.
least, at least. Beautiful headlights I could see at night, and I drove that car down here to DC a few times to skate. And when I sold that car, I bought eBay headlights and put the eBay headlights on it, and now the retrofit in the Civic, I had him redo with the internals of that. So those headlights in the Civic are out of the...
So they live
That's
on.
so much
yeah,
more.
that's awesome.
So cool, dude. Yeah, I'm. You said you were like kind of like a realist, right? Like that's
For sure. I would at least label myself. Most people would just call me an asshole, but...
It's fair. Like I think that was kind of like the same thing too. Growing up, it was like, all right, I have this car. My parents really, I was thankful enough to like that we lived in like in Fairfax and whatnot in the area, and like I got pretty much everything that I wanted. We grew up really poor, and then came into money, and my dad worked really hard to build his business and so on and so forth. So, but my parents were really adamant about like, when you start working, like, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you need to learn how to figure this shit out on my own. And I was like, okay, cool. So I quickly realized how much maintenance was involved in cars. And so it was kind of the same thing. Like, if I'm buying a car, I'd have to make sure that I was be able to maintain it. And I would not ever buy a car that I could not maintain.
Yeah.
And so like, I've kept that kind of to my, I guess I kept that kind of, or I kept that view or perspective even now, you know what I mean, like, you know, years later, that if I buy a car, that I would be able to maintain it. The B5 is the only exception because it's dog shit. But.
What was your, just kind of piggybacking off of what we asked him, what was your first car and what was your first job?
Curious.
I was a Mark IV 2.0 4-door 5-speed manual.
Oh no shit! So you had a Volkswagen.
Yeah.
First.
It was my
Okay,
first
so you
car.
really
Yeah.
you've stayed the course. Good for you. That's
So
awesome.
Dad takes me. He's like, "Hey, this guy's selling this EG or EK coupe red
Okay.
in Manassas." I still remember the fucking place that it was. Going down 28. when
Was
you
it for
pass-
sale at like Dash Motors?
No, it was way past. It was way like right before you get into like Old Town Manassas. So
Okay.
it's like towards the
Okay.
end. You know
Yeah,
where
yeah.
you know that car wash that's at the very end? Across, like you pass Coleman Motorsports on the right. You keep going south, and you oh, fuck. If I pull
The
up
one
on
of Godwin?
yeah.
There's a
kind
car
of.
wash off God. Me and like Brian Harvey and Kyle Johnson.
No,
and
it's still off of-
Giovanni. We used to all go there back in the day.
It's still off of 28. You pass Liberia. You pass Sheets.
Okay.
Or,
Okay. So
you
Sheets, and then you pass Liberia.
keep going straight. You pass Sheets.
Yep.
There's a Shell gas station.
Are you going towards Centerville?
Towards Manassas?
Okay, you're going towards Manassas.
So there's a Shell on your right. There's a Taco Bell on your left.
Yep.
There's a
I know
two
exactly
red
what you're talking
lights.
about. Yep.
Keep going straight.
Okay.
And then you go. That starts to take you into Old Town.
Yep.
So there was.
Which is where Dash Motors used to be.
Yeah, I think it was.
Like up on, if you're going that way, it'd be on your left hand side.
So we go to this place. It's like you take a left, and I forgot where it was, but it's next to I think what used to be
Shannon
now.
Auto Sales.
I
They're
don't
a
know.
really big. They're still around. They're a big like used car dealership in Manassas.
No, it was some
Like a hole
my
in the
dad's
wall.
it was like
Okay.
my dad's friend of a friend who refuged to Afghanistan.
I was gonna make a really racial comment.
Yeah,
that I'm
he was
not. I was
definitely
gonna
He was
say it's,
definitely Afghan,
you might cut this out, but I always call those. I call those jihad motors.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it was definitely Jihad Motors or Taliban imports. Anyway, so we go in and it was just like this red. It was a red. I'm pretty sure it was an EK coupe,
Okay.
and it was manual. And my dad was like, "Look, it's got everything you want. It's a manual car. It's it's a Honda." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, it's easy to work on." Blah blah blah. But they were doing a clutch, and it was up on the lift. And I was looking at it and I was just like, for some reason, I feel like that car would give me more problems in the future because there's doing a clutch on it. And my dad was like, "What makes you think that?" He's like, "Well, he's working on it right now, right?" And he was trying to sell us, and he's showing it to us, and it needs work. So there's probably a lot of stuff that needs to have work done to it. It's like, all right, we'll keep looking. So then we go to My dad had a dealership buddies at the time. So we went to Mannheim and go to. I was just looking at one of the cars or one of the four cars I saw, and it was a Golf. So I was like, "Dad, I want that Golf is sick. Like a 4-door Golf would be tight. It's manual, blah, blah, blah." So we like drove it around the lot before it goes through auction or whatever. And then we pick it up and I was like, I doubt that this would ever have issues. Like this car would never have like a problem.
Well.
The first and last time he ever said about a Volkswagen, I bet this would never have any issues.
Imagine looking at a Civic, a single
Dude.
cam Civic, and a Mark II?
Mark 4.
Mark IV, and be like, "No, that's the one
Do
for
you
sure."
think- How much less stress do you think you would have in your life? It's like your starter Pokemon.
I would not
You
be
chose
renting
the
a house.
Charmander
Yeah.
because the first like 3 gym battles you
And then
fight are
Gary-
just misery.
Yeah.
And then Gary was just like, "Nah, fuck you, bro. Blastoise, like just water pump with squirt gun and shit." And I'm like, "What the fuck, bro? Leave me alone." So like, I ended up like getting this Mark IV. I'm like, then I'm in Vortex. My uncle, he was the primary reason why I got into cars because he had an FCRX7 when I was still in elementary school.
That was my first car.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And he was a
88
huge
88 convertible.
He was a huge Honda guy too. He had an EG that was oak green with yellow fogs and a whole bunch of shit that I can't remember. He had rolled a couple EKs because he just was
Rolled, like flipped?
flipped them.
You said that a little bit
Christ.
casually. Wow.
A couple?
Yeah, a couple
I think it's
EKs.
impressive. He's like, I rolled one car. I've rolled
He's rolled
several
two.
EKs.
He's like, not again.
Yeah, he's a hot
Wait,
boy.
you're
Wally.
no shit.
Yeah. He's the reason why, like, because he got me into, like, he was like, oh, listen to this when we're in the FC.
So he was a Honda guy originally.
Yeah, he was a Honda guy.
Oh, yeah. Did you hear he flips Hondas?
Yeah, yeah.
Because when you say like flip, you think like, oh, I buy it and then like
Oh, he
sell it
drove
for
the
a profit.
shit.
No,
No,
he literally goes out and like fucking like rolls them.
So then, like, I got my first, like, check engine light in the Mark IV, and then that was like, oh, why is it doing this?
And
like,
so it began.
dude, and it was
Because it was a Tuesday with high humidity.
Yeah, exactly.
So you say this. The reason why I had a fucking misfire is that the coil pack design from the Mark IV 2-liter is a single pack with four fucking, four whatever, cells or whatever. It's a single coil pack, or an ignition coil, that has four fucking separate outputs for each one of the cylinders. It was raining, and it misfired on 2 and 3, and the reason why was because the ignition coil got wet, and it was because it was humid. So it just fucking short the entire block for that ignition coil. And the ignition coils then, when I was trying to look for replacements, was $500 fucking dollars.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? Dad, I can't afford to do this shit. And he was like, you gotta figure something out. So I was like, all right, well, it only does it when it's fucking, it only does it when it's wet or humid or whatever. So I'm like, I wonder how hard it is to take it out. It's right there. So I pull it out. I'm like, oh, okay, I see what's wrong with it. There's a crack right here. So then I just like, I wonder how I get all the water out.
My buddy, JB, he welds.
Yeah. And that's when I learned about JB Weld. All in the
Hell
same
yeah.
fucking
See,
frame.
we've all lived the same life.
Yeah.
It's all the same.
And so, like, because I had to learn how to be, like, that kind of, like, I had to learn how to be hands-on. And then I started learning, okay, well, this is what happens when this does this, and this is this, and I'm just following, like, tree flow paths or whatever, signal flows or whatever. And then that's where I'm at now, is, like, now I have 5 cars, 4 of them don't run.
How different do you think your life would be
If you had chosen the
if you
Honda.
had chosen the Honda?
I'd probably be living in Manassas. I'm just kidding.
I mean,
I'm just kidding.
You're not wrong.
I honestly think that I would have evolved out of the manufacturer faster.
I agree.
Like,
I think so,
no,
too.
not to be. I guess.
Are
like,
you saying that Honda is only as good as a starter Pokemon?
no? Because
But eventually,
There's something there. There's something to be said
there's
for
a
that.
lot of JDM culture in Honda. Like, you can't. Volkswagens are Volkswagens.
yeah.
There's nothing in BMW culture that goes that. I shouldn't say there's nothing in BMW culture that influences Volkswagens enough. You know what I mean? To make a big difference outside of like putting BMW wheels.
No, but
on
Honda
Volkswagen.
guys do mature into BMW guys. Like, that is a constant, like, arc.
Or they just
Yeah.
get like a S2000 or NSX.
Yeah. That,
Which is staying in brand. But I'm saying,
Well,
like,
that's what I'm
guys,
saying, like,
guys that
you-
grow out of the Honda, I would say, like, 80% of them land in, like, F80 territory.
yeah.
Like, that's just kind of the natural progression of things. Like,
It makes sense.
N-series motors are just where you land because you're like, I want 2 more cylinders
Yeah.
and more power, and, like, the aftermarket's kind of the same. And
But
It
at some point,
V6s and get like original or something.
well then, at that point too, because like you have like VQs were very popular back then too, right? And they were new, and so it was like,
Good old Need for Speed Underground too.
yeah, exactly.
Rachel's 350Z.
I probably would have been like a 350 person or a 370 person because they would have been.
we
But
wouldn't have
back
talked to them.
then,
We wouldn't
back
have talked
then,
I
like,
would not be here at all.
when 350s, even when 370s came out, there wasn't the stigma. Like 350Zs and 370Zs
You were rich back then.
Oh, yeah.
used to be really cool cars.
Yeah.
Like they
Yeah.
used to, like when you saw like one roll up to like a meter or show, like you respected it and you thought it was cool.
Yeah.
Now a 350Z or a 370Z or like a G35 rolls up and you're like, it's time to leave.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like that
The
does
takeover
bother me.
is about to begin.
That's like
It's time to leave.
unfortunate that
It is.
whole culture has
It is because they're
adapted
good
to
cars.
Yeah.
It's just they've gotten.
I mean,
they're easily accessible. They're rear wheel drive. They
I
make,
hate the way
you know,
G35 coupes look. G35 sedans, on the other hand.
I think they can look good. G35 coupes can look.
I think
good. Like
what it
Top
was-
Secret, their G35s that they
Okay,
built.
so you picked the one that looks good.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Name 2 more. Exactly.
Name-
So anyway,
On the spot, it's hard to do.
And also name his first album. But I think
name
it
5
was-
songs.
Yeah, name 5 songs. I think what it was like VW's always had something that drew me back in, not only because of like the show life, like the show culture was amazing. Like it was like
To this day, I would argue that Volkswagen has the best like culture and scene.
sure, and then like
Especially for car show.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
there's so many. Mark One Madness was this weekend, right?
right, yeah, it was this weekend, and it was about it's
And
still
you just
going.
had Dubs at the lake. and then you
Motherfuckers
guys-
are like,
you guys
50,
get like,
60 years old, camping in the middle of the woods, getting fucked up,
which
talking
is
about Mark
so
Ones.
cool.
Yeah, oh hell yeah.
I aspire for that.
So like, and then I started reading about like, what's it called, Ferdinand Piech, and like how his influence like involved in like the Mark IV 32 when he took, or he was like about to end his reign as the engineer, for VW, Volkswagen, Audi, Porsche, and so like a lot of that shit just kind of kept me back in loop, which I probably would have had the same tism if I was dedicated to learning about Hondas and whatnot, because Hondas had a very unfortunate fucking beginning, like very unfortunate. They up and down, getting blown away, and then come back together. Like that was a blown away. I meant
Yeah.
blown away because of the
That
fire.
actually happened twice
That-
in
blown
quick
away-
succession.
Starts with a here and ends with a ma.
We actually,
Anyways,
we actually don't even celebrate Christmas. We put up a tree on Pearl Harbor Day.
Damn.
My parents are white. I'm kidding. I don't know.
Oh, fun fact. Josh's fun. We haven't done Josh's fun fact. This is very on topic with this.
yes,
I used to own a 2005 Mazda Speed MX-5.
yeah.
They were built at Mazda's plant in Hiroshima.
Really?
Yeah, but here's the fun fact. So the 2004 model year, they made 4,000. The 2005 model year, they were supposed to make 4,000. They only made 1,428. Production. The only reason they only made 1,428 of them is because the plant in Hiroshima burned to the ground.
Why?
I don't know. They probably got bombed. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I was like, that's not the right year. Hold on.
No, I mean, I don't know what started the fire. But
Oh,
that's,
also-
we were talking about Hiroshima, so I couldn't not bring up that factoid.
S13 chassis metals came from Afghanistan.
I knew I hated them for a good reason. Mazda Speed MX-5s, though.
So thank you for joining us on our
far.
last podcast.
Why do you think we call them drift missiles?
We
We can make
were-
a metal badge for this one's thumbnail that says Final Edition.
fine.
I'm getting canned.
We were officially canceled
Anyways.
after this podcast.
Anyways, so but yeah, so like I felt that. I don't know. It was like yeah, I was being realistic, like trying to figure out. Nowadays, I don't know what the fuck is still getting me into cars, because like I tried to hang out with the homies when I build cars, but I'm literally in the garage after work
Yeah.
in the weekend, and like, dude, and DI's videos are. I don't have time. Like I had a backlog at some point, and it was just like it was getting stressful. So we were going through a lot of shit, and then like it was like one of the most recent, I guess, conversations I had was like, you should probably let your LLC lapse because you've gone this long. It's probably time to let it lapse and then build something else new. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm persistent and annoying, and I'm fucking dumb, and so I'm just gonna keep going.
All good qualities.
Yeah, and then the IRS is gonna fucking no knock my house and absolutely destroy me, but. Like
Crash into the ceiling,
exactly.
repel.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like I keep going, and I think the only reason why I keep going is because,
Ash main incoming.
and then like I don't know. I just don't know why. I like the R32 was like my dream Mark IV. Like it was like the only thing that I've ever wanted. Like that. Like when you were saying about like what cars would you like want? Like that's it. Like that's what I wanted. A reliable daily. That's okay. It maybe being on bags was a little over the top, but like. And then RS's was also over the top. It's not necessary for a fucking daily driver. Is the dumbest thing I've ever
Do you still
done.
have the RSs?
Yeah, they're in the garage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know you're on the RHs right
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
So like it was like everything that I wanted. It was like yeah, that's what I wanted. Like I could go buy any fucking I don't know. I think I can get a loan for whatever.
You got a Veyron.
No, I ain't Arab money, dog. We're still in poor Northern Virginia people money. Like
I hate it when Northern Virginia LARPs being poor.
So I
it's called camping.
Yeah, okay.
have a question. For
It's
the group.
homeless LARPing.
I'm going a little off script because we had
Yeah. Sorry.
but it's also I think it's very relevant to what we're talking about here. And you actually started to talk about this earlier. So as you guys get older, because I can speak on this as well. As you guys get older, obviously you still I know. You still obviously have a passion for building cars and doing the car stuff yourself. But as you get older, do you find yourself getting you're kind of becoming more interested in telling other people's stories about their cars and like
Yes.
You were saying because what you said earlier is it it kind of becomes more about the people and less about the cars. And one thing I've noticed on a personal level is the older I get, I still love doing car stuff and I love doing stuff with my own cars, but I become more interested in like what other people are doing with their cars and then how can I tell that story. And you guys both having YouTube channels and doing like video style media, whereas I do written media. Like I just want to see if you guys share in that mentality.
So why don't we do the build biographies?
Yeah, and I know you do a lot of stuff on your channel as well, and that's kind of why I wanted to ask that question.
We originally, when we started, wanted to do like build highlights, very similar probably to what you're doing.
Yeah.
And we've done a few. We market them more like as podcasts now. So we got to do one with if you know Tyler Ricketts, he has a red FK8, and then recently bought a Suzuki Alto. So we got to go and talk to him at his house and go through like his various cars. And he's like, again, just like a very interesting, incredibly intelligent person. And I would say my goals have split as I've grown in cars pretty like violently. Like I was very much like into the building aspect of it for a long time. And the pink car was kind of my last hurrah, I think, with like having something in my head and being like, there's no blueprint for this. How do I make this do this? And so like the pink car was like full overhaul. I mean, granted, mostly aesthetics, but like that is like a large part of what I like about cars is aesthetics. So like I was like, I'm gonna take this car. I want it to basically look like an S13 clone, put tiny wheels on it, stance it, whatever, at whatever costs. And that cost happened to be basically completely custom suspension, cutting my knuckles and like the whole 9 yard.
Low style.
I mean, we were talking to someone side note this week about like that car, and they're like, "What coilovers are like did you buy?" And I was like, I have like 4-inch top hats and a 4-inch Swift spring that's $30K, and like Frankenstein coilovers that are for a DC2. And then like Frankenstein lower control arms, and my knuckles cut 1.5 inches. Shout out Andy at Pop Pop's Garage. He did all my custom.
Fuck Andy Hamke, man.
Yeah, he did all my
What a
custom
champion.
work. So he chopped my knuckles and
Does
angled
he have
them.
the white Wagavan?
It's light blue.
Yeah.
Is it,
And he has a
it is-
350
it is
Z
light
drifts
blue.
too.
And
Okay.
CRX, and also I think he had the Beat for a while too.
Yeah, he did. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what car you're talking about.
Yeah, so he's awesome. I took my stuff down to him because he's done a lot of that before, and that whole car was just like my last like build hurrah, where I was like, I really want to take my time and like enjoy the build. But I think it was because I knew the end product was going to be a stance car that I'm using for shows. So it was like, once it's done, it's kind of just like I destroyed what otherwise would have been a great OEM restoration build, and now I'm just showing the car and kind of enjoying it. And that's okay to me, because I was like, that was all I expected out of that car. It's a very rare B-Series motor that I can't get parts for reliably. I already have a track car Integra of a similar chassis that's arguably better than that one. Yeah. So why would I build a worse version of my track car, which isn't even finished? Yeah. So I was like, this is a great car to just have, enjoy, show on the weekends, drive around downtown, whatever. But as I've gotten older, the distinction has become I care a lot less about the building and a lot more about the driving and a lot more about the people. And that kind of goes in tandem, which is why another shameless plug is the track cross events that John Felton and Get Fast runs at Summit Point. Are perfect for that. Yeah. Because you get both. You get to enjoy the people who are, again, all much smarter than me.
Yeah.
A lot of them are members of... what is that Facebook group? Project. I don't have it. It's
John's group?
No, it's a whole like track building like DIY group on Facebook, and a lot of them are just like literal engineers that do it.
Sloppy mechanics.
You lost me at track.
Yeah,
and building.
But literally, like if I would give up
cars.
everything with cars right now if I got the opportunity to go do driving. Like if it was like contract to go drive any kind of motorsport whatsoever, like I would give it all up and sell all the cars to be able to like join and do a season of rallycross, a season of NASCAR,
God, yes,
even if
dude.
it's like trucks, sprint
insane.
cars, to do any. And I know everyone's gonna be, oh, we're gonna do Spec Miata. It's like, yeah, I know, it's like $35,000 to get a car.
Yeah. Spec Miata is not fucking cheap.
No, and then you're looking, So I think. That's where I've landed, is like I would kill to be able to just do the driving side of it, because that is where I get I think it's just like you can to an extent, especially if you're chassis or brand specific, like Honda in my case, get to a point where you are effectively fluent in the brand and the cars.
Sure.
And so in terms of like knowledge base and expertise, I feel like I'm starting to get towards like the upper end of that. And so it's starting to like kind of get boring in a sense.
Sure.
In terms of like competitive driving though, I am still such a novice that I'm like really excited about like how good can I get in this.
Yeah.
So like my excitement has waned from like, okay, can I make a car low to like how do I cut 2 seconds off my lap time?
Yeah,
you know?
100%, dude. In the like in the VW Racers group, it's the same thing. Like John Felton was the reason why I wanted to return my GTI back to stock, because he was like, you don't need anything but fucking rear sway bar and tires.
Yep.
And I
Yeah.
was
Yep.
like, holy shit.
It's so true.
And he's like, he's such a good driver in a Mark 7 GTI. He's a 7.5 GTI. And so like, then I got to the point where like, okay, well, how do I do both? So then I modified the BCs to have bags, but then also like set the height to be a certain weight, so or the set a certain amount of height from air out and air all the way up, so that way it's a certain pressure that feels like a certain spring type, so that way I can have like both the best of both worlds. So I want to put the Mark 7 on the track for that too. But I bought the Mark 2, and the Mark 2 I wanted to track. I did track cross for like I think a whole year's worth, and then I smoked. I think I smoked like 2 valves out of the 8, and I was like, yeah, this is a gun. But it was like, but now I'm in the same boat. It's like the engineering for. Like, you can build shit to do low car shit all day long. It's really
I
not
talk
fun.
about this all the time.
Dude,
it's so easy to
it's
make
so
a car
easy.
that can survive slamming its frame into the floor.
Yeah.
It's so easy.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you don't have to try.
Yeah, not at all. Like, it's really just, at that point, once you're that low all the time, it's just replacing wearable items. That
Yeah,
usually aren't wearable items. Like,
Building a
lids,
car
oil
that
pans.
can sustain track abuse reliably and still drive home from the track.
That's the fucking goal,
Oh,
dude.
you gotta be
That's
smart.
the goal. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
you gotta be smart.
And so where do you dissipate hate from? What parts do you manage or maintain that is going to help you get there, run as hard as you think you can or should, and then come home at the same time. That's the OBJ. Like, I want to strip the fucking Mark 7 completely, like pull the motor out, give it to Mike Bro just sitting in the living room over there, and have him refinish that motor, like rings and everything, and send it back just to fucking beat the shit out of it.
Yeah.
And so I can decommission it as my fucking daily, but then enjoy it on like the weekends and all that. So it's like,
that's one of the things I like about grassroots drifting right now, and one of the attractions I have to it is that it's not quite as gate kept as like circuit racing is and like time trial. Obviously, you're still going through like a pretty equal amount of consumables, given how abusive it is to the car.
oh yeah.
But I think the trade-off is that like those guys. We talk about this parallel a lot on various things, but like contest skating and street skating in skateboarding are like 2 very separate avenues. A lot of people will blow up in one or the other, and then the other side will like have no relation. Like, there are a lot of skaters that have become pros in like contest skating that have like no street reputation and have never filmed a street part, and people are like, oh, they're not a real skater. And it's like, yeah, but they're in the X Games. Like, they're clearly a good skater, but like, you know what I mean? So like, even a lot of people that are skating in the Olympics are like viewed as like contest skaters, and you're like, oh, well, they're not a street skater. Like, they've never made a part, they've never skated like, you know,
I want to see
Philly.
them make a line.
Yeah. So a lot of times I view like grassroots drifting as that it's like the street side of cars and culture, where like these guys are all, none of them are rich. They're all just like figuring out the hard way to like build cars that can go and sustain like pretty bad abuse given how drifting works, you know, and a lot of beat down on the car, and then be able to drive it home, because like that's the whole steez with them, is they're like all those guys when you're at like Capitol are always just like, yeah, I drove it here, and that's like those guys are the sickest when they're just like, my boy Elvis, he lives over in like across the bridge, and he will drive hours, drive the drift car with like 5 tires in the trunk, drift all day, drive back to Ocean City. And I'm like, that's the coolest shit ever.
Yeah,
like,
and
that's
like,
baller.
You would like Shenandoah was like one of the coolest experiences to see a legit like Formula D, you know, E30 LS with everything, like 4-speed, fucking, you know, big ass radiator, the back windshield, all that kinds of shit, right? And then they're connecting the entire track. Like you've seen Shenandoah, like
yeah, of course.
So they connect the entire track, and it's like, that's fucking dope. And then right behind him in the second or the pass after him is just this S13 slammed on its nuts, mismatching panels, He's got fucking like 185s in the rear, a KA that will not die, and
I love KAs.
he is connecting the entire track as well, and he's just having a blast. And like the skills are same but different. You know what I mean? Like they're both really good drivers. Both of them are doing it for the exact same reason. But I can see what you mean with like contest skaters and then street skaters. I
don't watch Formula Drift. I find it very dull and uninspiring.
Yeah, because there's no like you said, there's no a lot of drifting in Japan was always about fucking like
style.
It was all style.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like they're slammed on their nuts. They're fucking they're not efficient, I guess you could say.
Well, the biggest thing with Formula, because I've been watching Formula D for a long time, because I remember back when Dan Savage did Formula D like professionally, when he was racing for Sicky in the LS swapped RX-8.
Oh yeah.
Formula D
but
used
Dan
to
Savage
be...
has a lot of fucking... He's a homie in this.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
He's a grassroots
and he's
drifter.
he's still big into drifting.
Yeah,
I do ride along. I go to Fan or Fright every year,
Yeah.
which Capital Mischief co-hosts with Drift Nirvana, and
Yeah.
I do ride alongs with them every year in
Fuck
2013.
yeah.
But, I mean, Formula D is still cool, but, like, it's, in my opinion, it is kind of a shell of what it used to be in that.
Yeah.
And you could say this with a lot of, like, I don't really keep up with, like, D1, but I would have to imagine D1 is probably similar. Back in the day, there was so much diversity in the cars that went out there. And, I mean, you literally, like, back in the day, like, Formula D and D1, you would have, like, some crazy high horsepower, whatever, against, like Taka Ono and, like, a built A86 with, like, maybe 200 horsepower. But nowadays, like, with Formula D, it's a lot of just copy-paste. Like, everybody kind of has... regardless of what car they have very similar specs. They have like the same amount of angle. They have the same, the same amount of horsepower. And so it's just, on one hand, it's kind of like what happened with NASCAR. NASCAR, they
it's a yawn fest now.
Yeah.
It's like they made it more about the driver and less about the car.
Yeah.
And
Which
like
is cool, because it's like a spec racing mentality.
and that's what I'm saying. It's kind of, there's two sides to that coin, because on one hand, I can understand the merit of making it more about the driver and less about the car. But when you're talking about like style points and individuality and creativity, having people make something out of nothing with certain cars, and it's like very like David versus Goliath.
Yeah.
There was such a cool factor that does not exist nowadays in modern like professional drifting with like Formula D and D1, because it's all copy paste now, because it's more about, well, we want to make sure it's a level playing field and we want to actually see who the best driver is.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, but like the driver's one part of it. It's the same thing with NASCAR. It's like you have a whole race team behind that driver. You have people that build the cars behind the driver. Same could be said for drifting. On a professional level, I want to see what the people can come up with.
Yeah.
I want to see them go out there and express their creativity and their ingenuity and build something really kind of off cuff and go out there and be competitive with it.
Yeah.
But that just really isn't the case nowadays.
So it's like, there's the same thing with that in media too, right? So like a perfect example would probably be like, I don't know if you guys remember Supercar Blondie. Right?
Oh, God.
You ever see,
haven't heard that in a while.
Exactly, but if you see it pop up in your feed, because you're gonna get advertised to it because you have, you like cars. You're like, what the fuck is it that I'm watching? This is just junk. But that's like trying to entertain like the fucking smooth, the smooth. Well, so yeah, but they don't even show her in the videos anymore, which is weird. So it's just like smooth brain content. It's just like concept EV fucking AMG no V8 bullshit. And then
the new one?
Yeah.
God, hot garbage.
And then there was like, and then I don't know who else has really gone. Like I guess like you could say the same thing with like Hoonigan, but I say this with a very, like Hoonigan and Donut, I say this with a very hard, I guess, like, break in as to why that they would fall into, like, why that is becoming the NASCAR of, whatever, or, like, the gentrification of
Well, I already know exactly where you're going with this.
Because, like, the guys that are actually filming the shit there, they fucking love, that is the best
100%.
job that they'll ever have in their entire life. And it's unfortunate that a fucking corporate conglomerate has consumed the shit out of their, like, has taken what they love and they're just, like, pruning and squeezing them for content. And they just love cars. You're not a car guy and you go and fucking, like, want to go be on Donut or Hoonigan or any of those other things. You go there because you this is cars. Like, you do this for the love of the game. You know what I mean?
So that is actually the perfect parallel to
Yeah.
what we're talking about
Yeah.
because I used to be. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I still watch the occasional Hoonigan video. I still watch the occasional Donut video. If it comes
Yeah.
up like on my feed or whatever, I'll watch it. But
Yeah.
they are shells of their former selves,
Yeah.
and all the people that made Hoonigan,
Oh, I'm good. Thank you.
and all the people that made Donut, for the most part, I don't want to say all, but majority of the people that made Hoonigan, the majority of the people that made Donut in their, in their golden
doing
years,
their own thing.
they've left and are doing their own thing. And the big reason why is if you go and you watch all the individual videos when Hoonigan kind of disbanded and everybody kind of went their own separate directions, when Donut disbanded, they all went their own separate directions. The message from all the individual guys was basically the same across, which was they were grateful for the opportunity to work for Hoonigan or to work for Donut, but they lost their ability to be creative. They lost their creative control and their ability to be like an idea contributor.
Yeah.
And so they were willing to roll the dice and take the risk to kind of go off on their own and it was like sink or swim, like we'll see what happens. But when you're no longer working for that big like corporate conglomerate, you now have complete creative control over the content that you produce, and you can make exactly what you want to make.
Basically, we're trying to get it down to, Sam. What does it take for you to sell your soul?
Yeah, I was kind of ready for that question. I've been asked that a few times. It's like, would you ever sell or like?
Because for me, District Imports is always like you were saying, it's a passion project.
Yeah,
right?
I won't do it. There's roughly no amount
But
of money.
you know that you could cross that line of it could be your
It
only
could
job
be.
forever.
Well, and honestly, what it would probably end up looking like is if I was offered enough money that I had complete financial freedom for like me and my loved ones and my coworkers and friends. It would just be like, yeah, have the name. The name is not important. I'm not, as it was, sure. I'm smart enough that I can make a new brand and do exactly what I'm doing and then have financial freedom and not be like, okay, well, fuck, we can't film this video because I can't afford the part that I need to fix the car. Like, we ran into that a few times where it's like, okay, what do we film? Because the car needs $500 worth of work and I don't have $500 to put into that car right now.
Yeah.
Especially when it's like peak car season, right? That's rough because now we have
Messing up.
6 cars. And if 3 of them break at the same time and 2 of them have events, whether it be car shows, race days, whatever, again, on top of all the other work I'm doing, it's like, well, what do we do?
Yeah.
And the answer so far has been swipe the credit card and turn your eyes off. So,
You know what I just realized is you were really. So you have the 3 Series compact that
yes.
you drift.
Yes.
You have
that
the
is tried to drift.
Tried to drift, but you're still out there, your crooked license plate, trying to do it. Had to slander it at least once. You have the DC2 that you track.
Yes.
You have the what would you call it? What's the DA?
DB2.
A DB2 that is more of like your show car, and you're doing media
Yes.
on top of all that. So you're really hitting it from
A lot of aspects, dude.
Yeah,
Every angle.
well, the problem is that like I love it all, and that's one thing that I don't see a lot of people doing. Donut has in the past kind of touched on it. I think big time maybe, but a lot of these media outlets will focus on one niche of
on
car
one.
culture.
Yeah, of course.
And
Yeah.
I like that because 1, it's easy. 2, it kind of forces your hand in like stylizing your channel and your media, right? Like if you're very drift heavy, you're probably going to take more of a drift,
Like drift games.
cinematic approach to your film, like Night Ride. I mean, they're doing mostly like
Well, yeah,
drifting.
Night Ride. Yeah.
And they've done their handful of Hondas too, but like we have been so widespread in the media that we've made, mostly because I'm like, I want it all. Like I want to be able to do it all. Like
Same, dude.
I want to, and I love it because when I can park my Integras next to each other, people don't think I own both.
Yeah.
Like because they are so different, and like the group of people that are excited about one of the cars hates the other one, and vice versa. And I really like that dichotomy of being able to be like, I built them both.
That's literally
And
You
being
stand in the
like-
middle and you hear the one group talking shit about that car, and then
literally.
you go along with them.
Yeah,
and then you
like,
just,
like, I'm a
and then
suck.
you just turn.
Yeah.
And then these people are talking shit about the other car, and then you just go along, and then they both realize like, oh shit, wait, he owns both of these.
No, literally. And I love that because I like to be able to be like, fuck you. Like, you're gonna talk shit on either one, and guess what? I built a car that's lower than you, and I built a car that's faster than you.
Yeah, that did a 115 on Summit Main, and that shit will win fucking.
Well, and I don't talk about this much, but that in Civic Outside's the fastest car. Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah!
By a mile.
Is it Jackson Racing Supercharger? Or?
No, it's a Roadtrex.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh shit! It's
Roadtrex
supercharged.
supercharged, dynoed at oh god, what's the tuner? He's in Carlisle. I can't believe I can't remember. IMW.
Yeah. Okay.
Import Motor, or what is it? Innovative Motorworks.
Okay. Okay.
He dynoed it at 370 wheel.
Shit!
It's quick.
That's fast.
Yeah, it's quick.
Spicy.
What
And
the
it's
fuck?
fully stock motor.
On a 7th gen?
8th gen.
8th gen. Yeah. What the fuck? That's tight as shit.
And I don't talk about that because that car is like, we've done a few videos that have like gone really big on YouTube about that car because it's so unassuming.
Yeah.
And it's badged as a hybrid. It's just like low with a lip kit on wheels. But then it's like,
It's on Evo wheels, right?
you disgrace yourself.
Isn't it on like? Oh no, it's on AVS Model 6s. I thought it was on the
Don't cut that out. You can't cut that out.
You're fucked, bud.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah.
Get in the
They
comments
look
right
look.
now.
I like
got
shitty old
roasted.
Mitsubishis. They kind of the AVS Model 6s, the Advan AVS Model 6s, which I was around for when they came out because I'm old. They remind me of the
They are
OEM
very-
Inky,
they are very
the
visually
OEM, the Evo 8 and 9
Evo 8,
Inkies.
yeah.
Yeah.
I actually had a set for like a month. I bought them for that car and then
The
I flipped
Evo
them.
Inkies.
Yeah.
Okay.
'Cause
Same
I-
like bolt pattern and all that.
Yep. They're actually like perfect fitment for 8th gens. Like perfect. They're what are they? They're 17 by like 8 or 8.5. I
sounds
think
about
like
right,
30,
yeah.
35 offset. In the rear, they're like perfect. In the front, you can run like a 5 mil spacer and it'd be perfectly flush. But yeah, no, I got those Advance for $100.
Fuck
shit.
yeah, dude.
Did you have to
I'll
like restore them or anything? Or?
Yeah, they were white and they were beat up. So I literally didn't even see them. I saw the Facebook listing. I texted my dad. It was in Severn, and I was like, "Yo,
Fucking 7
I don't care what you're doing right now. Go buy these for me right now." And he was like, "All right, I got you." And he went, shout out my dad. He does that all the time for me. I'll send him Facebook listings if I'm like far away. And he went and bought them. He was like, "Yeah, the guy wasn't even there. He just had me like PayPal him $100, and they were under a tarp."
Stacked them up on the street.
No, they were just like under a tarp. They had Blizzaks. They were beat to shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, bet. Drop them off at Powder Coating Express in Baltimore
Hell yeah.
and tell them to send me the invoice. And so by the time like I came home a few weeks later, they were just fully refinished in BMW silver with their new stickers.
Damn.
And perfect, and got tires. And I get so many people ask me to buy those
Yeah.
because they like AVS like just went through another wave of like being popular again.
Yeah.
Like everyone wants AVS anything right now.
Yeah.
And those are near
It's
grail
the what's
specs.
old is new again. Well,
No,
the
literally.
younger generation is discovering them because I remember, shit, dude, back when I was in high school, you know, the AVS Model 5s were like such a big wheel. Like, you know, the split 5s and the AVS Model, there were so many cool Advan wheels.
Yep.
And they're,
All of them are timeless. They're
Yeah.
so
yeah, they're all
Oh, yeah.
timeless.
They age
They have
well.
all aged extremely well. And it's literally that what's old is new again, where like the younger generation is discovering them.
Yeah.
It's what happened with the Blitz. Was it the Blitz?
03s?
03s.
Yeah.
Those wheels, like, I mean, Blitz makes good wheels.
Unobtainium.
Blitz makes good wheels.
Thank you,
but
fucking.
Adam LZ
Adam
has
back-
all of them.
back in the day, you think back like 10, 15 years ago, like they were great wheels,
Yeah.
but they weren't like anything like special. Like they were just like a cool Japanese wheel.
Yeah.
They were no different than like a T37 or, you know.
Not even that, dude. They were like under work in SSR for a long
Yeah.
time. You know what I mean? Like they
And
were
then,
just blitzes.
and then I don't even know. I'm not even going to claim to know where like the whole like hype train started with those wheels, but I would imagine it was somebody that was younger, you know, big TikTok influencer or whatever. They got them. They started, you know, they chrome plated them. They rebuilt them to be like crazy specs, and then they just started this wildfire that's now spread, and to the point that you can't even get those wheels anymore.
Yeah,
Like, they're just
literally unobtainium.
people hoard them, and they want like, you know, double digit pricing. They want like 10 grand for a set
It's
of them.
dumb because it's like now, given the economy, like even if you have them, it's like I'm not gonna run them.
Right, because you're
Why
afraid
would I
something's
run
going to
them?
happen to them.
Yeah, why would I risk that? They're literally an investment at this point. Like,
But it's shit. Maybe your AVS Model 6s
Nah.
sit on them long enough. Maybe they'll. You just
But
gotta
let's
get
see,
like
I'll
Adam
beat 'em
LZ
up.
or somebody to like hype them real quick.
have you seen the condition of my TE37s?
Yeah, well, you
Those are-
track that car though.
Yeah, but I could put Rota slipstreams on that car,
Yeah.
like very
Then
easily.
you ain't gonna have you're not gonna have the baller points.
Well, that's the
tracking
thing
them
though. But like,
TE.
I would always rather use the car and the car parts for what they were supposed to be used for.
For sure.
I would rather have TEs that I bent on the racetrack than TEs that sat in a garage for 10 years.
Fuck
That's
yeah.
lame.
Yeah. Some dude that's selling it in California right now, like $4,000, is like repolishing the exact same part of his fucking TEs. Like, yeah, these are gonna give me so much more investment in the future.
Do you know do you know the guy OMG Builds?
It sounds somewhat familiar.
He has a yellow Integra and a Miata with like he's got like
Oh, OG Bills, yeah.
He drives me nuts.
His cars are super clean though.
I know it pisses me off.
Like, he's also got the wide body Cayman, the silver Cayman S.
All his cars are beautiful. It makes me so angry though that like again, there are so many Integras that warp being a track car. And I'm like,
he did share the videos of him tracking the car.
Finally.
So he did actually.
It was what, like Laguna Seca or something?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, what a fucking
And
track,
he did. It's Phoenix Yellow, and he did the like mag blue.
Spoon, whatever.
No, like mag
tees.
blue tees.
Yeah.
Which I'm only saying that because that's going to be the colorway of the Santa Cruz. It's being
nice.
The color PPF is sunflower yellow, and I have the basically the circuit performance. They're basically fake Grim lights, but
Have
in
you
mag
already
blue.
broken down like the drama with your truck on this podcast?
Not really.
Oh.
Wait, before we do that.
Well, I don't think there's time.
And I wasn't trying to make it, but I was just saying, OMG Builds, like, a lot of people are like, oh, why blue over yellow?
Well,
and I'm like,
OG.
well, I'm not the first person to do it, but,
Yeah.
like, here's an example of a guy who it's executed very well and it looks really good.
I think we all share this like common thing of like the economy in cars, because like the Mark 7's by all means a fuckboy car, right? It's seats and fucking bags and RSs. Like it's literally the economy of like a
Yeah, but it's like tasteful fuckboy. It's like OG fuckboy.
Yeah,
like, the
that's-
fuckboys today wouldn't be fuckboys if it weren't
Yeah.
for those guys.
You should see what's coming up for it. We already have my body kit coming in from paint next week.
For the...
I'll show you for the Mark 7.
Is it a wide
Oh,
body?
shit.
It will be. I'm doing phase 1.
Fuckboy maxing.
And absolutely fuckboy maxing, dude.
Fuck boy
And
Max.
3 grown adults, by the
Can
way.
we do...
I'm bringing
Can you guys do a
proper-
collaborative sticker?
Yeah.
Of just fuckboy, hashtag fuckboy
Dude, I'm
Max?
down. Dude,
can we do an Axis Powers collab thing?
we should do...
I like the...
What? Germany and Japan?
Yeah,
It's
that
perfect.
happened. That's history.
Yeah, we
and I'm,
literally went so
I'll bring
far.
the compact by.
But fuck Mussolini.
I was just
Right,
getting ready
like,
to say, like, I'm
fuck
Sicilian,
Ferraris.
but, I mean, you know, I could kind of
yeah,
get it.
he could be the Axis Powers too, except for Mitsubishi.
I don't own an Italian
You guys were the
car.
first dive bomb. Y'all were the first
If
911s
if I was ever rich enough, I would 100%.
because you guys took the
Testarossa.
planes.
Oh, yeah, they
When
were.
we took
That's
the
true.
planes,
Yeah.
and you guys were the first Taliban and Al Qaeda. You know what I mean? Like,
You kind of set the playing field for everyone else.
yeah, everybody understood exactly
Like,
what.
kind of like how
fucking
he's like
thing is.
OG fuckboy, you're like
Yeah.
OG 911.
Yeah,
Sick.
yeah. So I don't know what you're gonna ride.
Love
with
that title.
But
The
so
rudest.
so
The
like
rudest 911.
the. I think the GTI I want to be able to track on bags because I'm not going for fucking lap times. Like I'm not going to be the fastest Mark 7 on the planet, but I want to have fun and then also aero at the same time. But then also we have like a completely bone stock Mark 4 or 32 because it was like perfect the way that car should be, right? Except for unfortunate auto coilovers. So it's like both. It's like Volkswagen people are the same
Didn't
way.
they
Like,
use that car to like develop the coilovers, or am I just making that up?
Yeah.
Okay, they
yeah,
did. Okay.
they Fortunato took our car because it was the stockest.
yeah.
It's the benefit of being bone stock. And then they're
Wait, your actual car?
yeah, the
Oh,
Mark 4,
wow, that's
yeah.
so cool.
They like
Did
took
they
it-
give you a set for free for that?
So we paid money, but it was I don't even know if I'm
We
not
paid
allowed
money,
to-
not in sexual favors.
Hey,
we
Meredith-
paid in money.
Meredith, am I allowed to tell people how much we paid the coilovers for the Fortunatos?
Just say you paid a deeply discounted rate.
Very discounted.
There you go.
Installed and aligned and all that.
Oh,
stuff. Yeah.
That's different. Okay.
Yeah, it was
NDA,
so
deeply
it was,
discounted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically we paid a very very low amount, like
Somewhere between 0 and what they retail for
less
all intents and purposes.
by half of what they retail. Anyway, so
Ah!
yeah. So like they
Yeah, can you tell them that I need some for my Integra? I talked to their rep at the tent, and I got a lanyard, but I need coilovers.
I got a lanyard.
But yeah, we just like I like having both. I like being able to have like
6'7".
get the fuck out of this house. Get the fuck out of this house, John. This
This is a Christian household.
yeah.
Yeah, I can totally tell by
Oh, my
the
Christian Minecraft
Axis
server.
Powers conversation that we just
Really?
had.
In front of Microsoft?
So
I'm
anyways,
going to hell. But yeah, so I appreciate.
That's tricky
you
though.
have-
Building a
yeah.
car for both is.
It is, but it's not that it can't be done. It's just like, can you enjoy it? Is the big question.
what do you think it'll be? A jack of all trades, a master of none, or do you think it'll be?
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because I was gonna say it is hard to be like competitive in both unless you're OMG builds.
Yeah, like
Because
we
it's got
have
that sick show car that tracks.
we have like the wheels that I'm gonna put back on are gonna be a huge hump. The kit that the Mark 7 is gonna go through before I do the wide body, because I have what was it? Oh fuck, I forgot the name of it. Based out of Cali, but they make high radius fenders for LS400s and stuff like that. Starts with an A or I.
Hold on, it's named it's basically named after the company that painted. They're not named after. They share the same name as the company that painted my SRT6 and fucked it all up, and I had to have it repainted again. What was that called?
No, I forgot the
Ulterior
Motives.
Motive.
Yeah. So Ulterior Motives makes they make high radius stuff for the fucking
Yeah, well,
what's his name?
Elvis from Sensation.
Yeah.
He had Ulterior build them, like the fenders and everything. They're all like hand fab, like metal, like high radius fenders for his LS400.
Yeah, they made one for
Yeah.
the Mark 7.
That's
so,
dope.
Oh, that's
yeah, and it's not going to be high radius, but it's going to be OEM body wide.
Yeah.
And so before I do that, Meredith and I bought a set of AMG 2-piece monoblock, like
Ooh.
S600,
Nice.
S6, or before, the V12 S600, and I think the S55 AMG, but it was like a rare factory option. I haven't seen another set for sale in I don't know how long. And we have a set downstairs that we had, that we're refinishing. So I want to bag it on Ben's wheels because that's the fucking, and the kit that's on it, it's the Ottinger kit. So in like Mark IV world, like the Ottinger kit was like, the Ottinger kit and all the other kits that you can get was like, if you had that kit, what's it called, bags, and then also whatever really nice, classy OEM.
Pause.
Yeah.
What is the name of the kit?
Ottinger.
Okay. Is that because I feel like I may have just had a revelation of something I've been saying wrong my entire life. Is that spelled Oettinger?
I think the German pronunciation of it is Oettinger or Oettinger.
Oh, I've been completely whitewashing it since like high school and always
Oh,
just
fuck, you've
saying.
been saying it
I've
anyway?
always been saying Oettinger.
Oh, that's what that is? I've seen that too. That's what you're saying?
Right. Because I'm familiar with the brand, and it was just when you were saying it, I was like, wait a
What in
second.
the fuck name?
I don't fucking know.
What in
I'm-
the fuck did you? What? Oettinger?
Josh,
Bro, when I was in
I've
high
been-
school,
I'm gonna-
I used to
I'm
call
gonna fucking-
Gretty G Ready.
Did you just look at a Porsche and just be like, I don't know, a Porsche? A Porsche? Like a fucking.
Oh, all right.
You looked like an Audi.
do you-
You were
how
just
do you
like,
say-
Oettinger. How would you say that if you didn't just walk in on this conversation and hear him say it correctly the last 20 times?
I'm killing myself.
How do you
always
pronounce
pronounced that
the 5-letter aftermarket seat brand that starts with B? I forget.
Oh, Brom?
No, the other one.
Oh, Brid. But everybody,
Yeah.
most like American people called it Pride.
Breed.
It's
Breed.
Bride.
It's
Well,
Breed.
that's what I always
Right.
used to say, but then
Right.
people would
Everyone's
correct
like,
me. They'd be
"Right."
like, no,
Brid.
it's Brid. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. There's an E on the end.
What about Brabus?
That's how I would pronounce it,
I don't
Brabus.
know. I thought it was Brabus.
That's always. Is it not Brabus?
I always said Brabus.
I thought it was Brabus.
Okay.
Well, are there 2 dots above the A?
Then it just turns it into fucking.
Well, now I need to
sausage
go
or
through
something
all
like
the
that.
big
Right.
European
Fucking-
brands like Remus and
Yeah.
Miltech and.
Miltech is Remus is fair. Miltech is fair too. I think the other one I fucked up was. No, not Varus. Varus is just Varus. There's some other ones that I've been fucking.
What's
up too.
that big European
American or
aero
something.
brand? They're not really like super relevant anymore.
What do they make?
Body kits, like really like over the top body kits for old European cars. They did all like the super wide body kits for like the Scirocco's.
You're
and
doing
stuff,
this to me
and
right
for the
now.
Corrados.
You're
They
doing
did
this
like
to
the
me.
Testarossa style kits.
Yes.
What was that brand called?
Mayor. The Corrado with the Testarossa kit.
What's the brand?
What's that brand name? Do you know what I'm talking about? The overzealous like body kits for like Corrados and Mark IIIs and shit.
I'm gonna look it up.
What the fuck was their name? Rieger? Yeah, Rieger.
Rieger, that's
Yeah,
it.
There he goes. Is it Mike? Is it Rieger or
I
Rieger?
always said it. I did pronounce it Rieger though. Rieger.
It's Rieger. We got it.
Okay,
we
we
have
got
a Rieger.
it.
Yeah, we have
So,
a Rieger.
it was only one company that I was completely fucking murdering for the last 20 years of my life.
Rieger. And then no, you were gonna
Wait,
say
how do you
like
say it again?
Rieger or something
No.
like that. You fucking.
I would have either said Rieger or Rieger.
Okay, let's.
But anyways, back to your, how do you say it?
Third
Your
model.
autism.
Autism. Yes, autism. The autism. Yes.
Your autism, kids.
We're gonna do. I gotta go pick it up tomorrow. If I get the Flex back, we're gonna go pick it up from our buddies at Huss Collision. They're really good people.
You don't have like 13 degrees of toe anymore on the Flex?
I hope the fuck not. Yeah, Nova Speed Shop I had on the show.
Shout out.
Yeah, huge shout out. They have the Flex now. They've identified a lot of issues that I've been ignoring, and they said that it's absolutely mandatory to fix. So I'm letting them fix a lot of stuff. So big shout out to them. And then we're gonna go pick up the kit. I'm gonna mock everything up in the garage. I gotta mock the fucking exhaust, and then I'm gonna slap and test fit the AMG monoblock wheels, and then I'm just gonna, I don't know. I'm gonna introduce you to the garage.
Oh yeah, I want to see it.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's so much, and we have, dude, in our storage unit, we've got. She bought some. What's that?
That's
fucking...
part of the car guy arc, as well as like when you pass the first step, which is like I need a daily now, and then it's like somewhere along the way, it's like I need a storage unit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the Flex was a good daily.
Truck and trailer comes somewhere in there too.
That's the next step. So like the Flex was like gonna be the daily. We're not gonna touch it, and then it needed struts. And BCs were the same price as struts, so we got BCs.
And then in Rome.
Yeah,
Upgrade.
exactly. And then now we're modifying everything to make it have like correct alignment with the BCs. And then it got to the point where we're like, well, this car is too low, but we like the way it looks, so now we got to bag it so that way it can be reliable. And so now I'm fabbing up the fucking rear end for the rear struts, and then we found 21-inch rotiforms that are 3-piece in Ohio, so we had to buy those.
So sick.
They were off of a Maserati Levante that they were spec for, and they perfectly fit the fucking Flex, which is insane.
I love the parallels of it came off of a Maserati, and then it's going into a Ford Flex.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
The guy who sold you those is probably just like, what the fuck?
The wheels are just like.
Fuck. This car's net value is like $1,000, and then like we just like redid all this. We can't. I can't drive a normal car. Like, it has to be.
No, I'm incapable.
Same.
I destroy everything.
100%.
Exactly. 100%.
The only normal car we own is my wife's.
Yeah.
I bought a
That's a blessing.
brand new vehicle, and I'm actively
Yeah. Modifying it.
ruining it in some. I mean, it's still going to be dailyable, but many would argue that the things I'm doing to it they're very polarizing. Yeah. It's very on brand for myself.
Sure.
So.
Yeah. So.
Warranty voiding for sure.
No, nothing I've done.
Oh no?
No, I've
Pussy!
Bitch, I am the warranty.
Yeah. Yeah.
nothing I've done because like I even have a couple of little things in the garage for when I get it back, but like nothing that would void the warranty.
Smart man, but also you are also unk status. So.
Yeah, super lame.
Yeah.
I mean, Erica even said she laughed at me. She was like, "I can't believe that you're geeking out over the 10-year, $100,000 warranty." And I was like,
Put it on washers. Call me when it's done.
Fuck
Nope,
yeah, dude!
not
Dump that shit on
lowering
its
it.
absolute balls.
I am gonna eventually lift it. Ibach makes basically a slightly taller spring that lifts it like 1.5 inches. And when I do that, I'm gonna go from a 245/60 to a 265.
37s.
I don't know the lingo.
37-inch.
I mean, I know what it means, but I don't know.
Just
I don't
put this in Google,
know.
you'd be good. 37-inch mutter.
Yep.
Press enter by the
I
first
don't know
CC.
what a 265. I don't know the circumference
Big.
to say like what that would be. Anyway,
America, we do it big, baby, big.
Yes, sir.
No.
Big.
trying
Anyways,
to keep good gas mileage and drivability.
what the fuck is? Anyways, so let's. I need to land this plane. And before
You
we
a
do
building.
that,
Tower 2.
we have a.
Oh god.
Sorry. It was like a stim. I couldn't help that one.
It's just tick.
That one just came out.
My
He's got
cousin-
Tourette's. His Tourette's are just 9/11
My cousin. Yeah.
jabs.
My cousin for my birthday was like took my birthday cake one year and he was just like, "Here comes the plane," and I was like, "Oh, that's funny." And then he took another one, and here comes the second plane, and I was like, "Ah!" And then he just smashed it on my face, and I was like, "Oh, okay, this is okay." In true fashion of the podcast,
Yes.
Yeah.
there is something that we usually do with all of our guests. Before we get into that, and I'll let Josh lead.
This
with
isn't
that.
like a sex thing, is it?
Could
We
be.
have to start with taking off an article of clothing every 20 seconds until we get to no clothing. And I'm only wearing a shirt and pants and this hat. So, but I would like to, and this is, we can cut this out if need be. I definitely would love to have you do a build bio on,
Oh, yeah.
like on
Super
the
down.
cars that you have.
I'll drive up to you to go.
You have
film.
8 hours.
Yeah, dude, I'm in. Like, I want to go do so. Like, normally the way I do build bios is like I do like a 5-minute cinematic piece, and I'm going to be absolutely begging you for advice on filming and whatnot, because I used to get all of my filming advice from Max Snyder, and he's in Texas. So
Yeah,
Wait,
you can.
wait. Texas? I thought he was in Maine.
he left. He
Where the fuck did you move to Texas?
Dude, you just bought a house in Texas.
No shit. That's
Yeah, man.
awesome.
Yeah.
You can dig through
Anyways.
the garage, and we can. I'll have all my gear there, so
Yeah.
you can dig through it all, and we can actually like show you how it works and show you the programs we're using and stuff.
Fuck yeah,
It'd be
dude.
easy.
I'd love to do that. I'd love to have you come back. Whenever you want to come back down
Certainly.
to Northern Virginia. Like, there is so much more. I know we had a time constraint today, which sucks. But I think Josh is always bringing really good guests to here, and I think that there's a lot more that I want to discuss, like getting into the nitty gritty of certain things, especially like with your experience. And I kind of really want to highlight a lot of your experiences in social media and like what your adventures have been, and then also like what your actual take is, because you have very realistic views of like how this shit comes down.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't even gotten to like the Tesla slander. We haven't gotten into like the TikTok, like the brain dead part of social media.
We
Like-
barely scratched the surface
I
of
know.
what I actually wrote down.
Yeah.
I mean, we've kind of inadvertently covered at least bits and pieces of some of the stuff that I'd written down.
Yeah.
I mean, we can always do a follow-up podcast
Would
to
love to.
get
If
more
you
into the
want an
weeds.
episode 2,
Do-
you want to hear this again, you let me know.
But
Yeah,
can you speed round? If you've watched any of our previous podcasts, can you speed round your 10,000, 100,000, 1 million?
No, let him
Garage.
speed round his
You can
dream
speed round
garage.
it.
So dream
Speed
garage.
round- Okay, I'll try.
So
But-
do you know what dream garage is,
No.
or what we do? Okay.
So
he'll explain. And then I'll use the
10,000.
bathroom.
It's basically 3 price points: 10,000, 100,000, 1 million.
Okay.
You pick a car, and you can modify the car within that budgetary.
But the
constraint.
MSRP has to be that. Or
No,
or
you
more?
basically, it's like what would you buy and build if you had $10,000? What would
Okay.
you buy and build if you had $100,000? What would you buy and build if you had $1 million? But it can only be one car for each thing. You can't say I'd buy a million.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So like, if you have 10,000, what like, and picture this as it coincides with what you currently have.
Yeah.
So like, what car do you need for a $10,000 price point that would check a bunch of boxes for you?
Yeah,
What
yeah,
car
yeah.
would you want or need for 100,000 and $1 million?
Okay. Do we wait for him to come back, or do I
No,
do
you
it right
can
now?
just let her rip.
Okay.
He's gonna edit this and see it anyways.
Oh yeah.
So-
Fuck him. All right. So 10,000's easy because that's the answer I have is Integra.
Okay.
I think
So
that's-
another Integra, because keep in mind, this is in addition to what you currently have.
Oh, I have to account for the cars I own
Yes.
already. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I misunderstood. That changes things a little. I think still for $10,000 it would be a Golden Era Honda,
Okay.
just because within 10 you can get a really sorted K-swapped Golden Era Honda.
Sure.
It would be like an EG Civic, EK Civic, something that's pretty parallel to what I have now. Just because you can't have too many Hondas clearly. So.
Break it down, like you'd be like what 2K, 3K into a chassis.
That depends. If I found a really well-built car for around 10, I'd probably be happy. If it was K-swap,
Just kind of buy it as is. And
yeah,
just
just
enjoy
buy
it.
it as is and have another Honda that I can get in and drive to the store if I need to, and track on the weekends or whatever. But yeah, you
Fair.
could get a really nice one for like 5, 6, 7, and then have a little bit left over for suspension and all the other things. that people
Change
do.
the wheels.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Make it your own.
Or just use some of the wheels I already have sitting in my garage.
Yeah.
Probably what my wife would prefer. So that's 10. What was the next one? 100?
100. Yep.
100K.
100K is a little bit harder. I think I would probably end up in an F or G Series M3, to be honest.
Okay.
And I mean, that a G80 wouldn't leave much in room of modification because they're like upper 80s now.
Something
What?
like that.
Yeah, they're expensive.
A
G80s.
G80 M3?
Yeah, they're pretty.
I thought
yeah,
they were like in
yeah.
the 50s.
Not
I
if
know
you
they-
get them specced out, like a nice one with like all of the shit.
What's
you-
the good comp? A comp
Yeah,
package is
comp.
the one that all the TikTok kids.
I don't really care about comp. I care more about the drivetrain.
For sure.
I think the comps are becoming more of like a appearance package
Well,
almost. I don't
and
know.
also the comp is like a lot of the stuff. You're getting all the extra bells and whistles, but if as someone who likes modifying their car, you could basically save that
Yeah, and just do it.
10 grand and then
Jesus.
reinvest that into like doing your own thing.
The big ones would be like carbon roof would be sick.
Yeah.
You know, stuff where
Yeah.
it's like I don't want to do that. Like
Yeah, you don't want to cut your roof
Yeah,
out
exactly.
and get a
Well, I've
carbon
done
roof
it, I
grafted
mean-
in. But you don't want to have to.
No,
do it.
yeah.
Right.
Well,
right,
two of the 6 cars I have had their sunroofs deleted and plated.
right. No shit.
'Cause-
They're fucking expensive.
Yep. Yeah, that's why it's my $100,000.
It's the like trendy tax. It's because it's such
It
a
is,
popular
yeah.
car. Because I remember I had an M3 back in the day. I had a 97 M3. This is 1,000 years ago. But I had a 97 M3. But back then, like, they were cool,
you had an
but like
E36?
they weren't like, I had a 97
Shit,
silver
it's worth, like-
coupe with the Vader interior, the all black interior. Is what they call it.
interior.
Anyways,
Seats.
but yeah, no, I think that's a cool choice for $100,000, and it makes sense.
I mean, you can stretch that a lot further with an F80 M3 because they're cheap. F80
Yeah.
M3s are like 20, 30.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you could ball out and have a sick F80. You know?
Huge single turbo fucking F80s, like
Yeah.
blowing doors out of shit. I, mean,
I
you
will
can even
say
do all
it's a
that.
close tie between that car and I've always wanted it imported
You said a Pajero earlier, but
Yeah,
I don't know if that's part of your.
Pajero would be cool. A Soarer would be
Okay.
really cool. Like a 2J Soarer, like a real
The SC
SC
Soarer?
SC300 or
Yeah.
400, yeah.
SC300.
Okay,
I
yeah.
love that
Yeah.
car.
Oh, yeah, me
that's
too.
like one of my favorite
my-
all-time body styles.
Forza drift car every time. I don't know why.
They're so good. Yeah, so to have a true Soarer, like a true right-hand
Yeah.
drive.
Yeah.
And then with
Soarer.
100 grand, I mean, you could go butt nuts on
Exactly,
those.
exactly.
You can buy the car.
That's
for
kind
like,
of that's
you can
kind
buy
of
the car for like
sandbagging,
15
for
or something,
100
and
be
then
like 100K. I'd really like a '94 Civic.
depends on how much money you want to leave on the table to modify it.
Yeah,
That
just
would be
have like
enough
a-
so I could pay someone to modify it and not have to do it. And then $1 million. All right, so this is gonna get a lot of hate. So I have to give a disclaimer that I don't know if this is right or not. I think it's right. GT2 RS Porsche Cayman. Is that
Okay.
right?
GT4 or
Is it
GT4?
GT4.
Okay,
Yeah.
GT4. See, I knew I had it wrong. But
Yeah.
GT4 RS.
So from what I understand, it's a very like pure driving experience.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that would be like if I had unlimited budget to just like buy a car. That's the car.
You could, I mean,
You
you
are-
could buy one of those, and I mean, for
You
$1 million,
could-
you
you
could
could buy
modify the
3.
shit.
Yeah, and that's fine because
But
I'm
it's
like,
okay to leave
I don't want
Yeah.
money
I
on the
don't- like,
table if that's
if
what
I
you
have
want.
to like hit the $1 million mark, I'm so non-versed in like supercars.
It's hard to do, yeah.
I don't even know what a $900 car like at MSRP is.
Yeah.
Like honestly, I'd probably be more likely to buy like a really specced out SUV, like something
Yeah.
great. Like
Escalade V.
I've always wanted a fully like cartel spec Suburban.
Okay.
Like
With the like bulletproof.
Yeah, with,
fucking
like, the
glass.
windows this
yeah.
yeah.
I thought you were gonna say like a G wagon. Because you
No,
can,
I don't see
you
myself
can you
in a
can get up
G-Wagon.
into the like deep 6 figures with
Are
a
you
G wagon.
serious?
Like, oh, dude,
Oh my god.
like if you
That's
spec'd out like a
crazy.
new G wagon with all the bells and whistles, I mean, you're at like $300,000.
Yeah,
My God.
my uncle bought his for 2 something.
Yeah.
And it's the
I knew they were like
You can
six
get them
figures.
used,
I didn't know they were
you can
that
get them
much.
used for like under 100, but I mean, if you go buy one brand new and you like really deck it out, I mean,
It's
you
like
can get
$200,000-$300,000
Yeah, see, tough.
in an Escalade.
That's tough.
That's tough, yeah.
Like that's like what I like. We had somebody, or we had fucking Danny from Capital Mischief.
Yeah.
He was like, I'd get like he said he wanted to get like a Bentley Continental GT and then absolutely fucking spend like the remaining $800,000 or $900,000 that he had left on just hydraulics and super low rider type shit, like engraving and
Oh, that would
like
be-
chrome plating
alright,
and shit like
respect.
that.
Yeah, that's
and I was
sick.
like, that will probably be $1 million.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
and what's sad is we've done work for, we've done filming for Workhorse. Shout out Workhorse, they're awesome.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
out of like Aberdeen area, I think.
Yeah.
And they do GTRs, and we've done work for ATI, which is they do converters out of Baltimore. And it's interesting because I have no background in drag racing at all.
Yeah.
And the majority of the track and race car clients that we serve now are drag racing, which is awesome because as a filmer, like it is so formulated. Every event is the same.
Yeah.
You know, it's like qualifying, you get a break, and then it's elimination start, and it's like you know when you're going up to the grid, and it's like it's just like the same schedule basically more or less at every event. So it's awesome for filmers because we know like we film for this period, we edit for this period, we're uploading, and it's just the same, and you go into the event knowing that, and it's
Yeah.
not a lot of like, oh, I wonder what's gonna happen. So, but it has given me again, like this is not a revelation, but just like perspective of like once you get into motorsports and you're in motorsports, how little $1 million means.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
$1 million
yeah.
is like, cool, we covered a car and season costs for
Yeah.
the year.
Yeah.
It's like, woohoo!
Yeah,
Like
didn't even get into the trailer. Didn't even get into fucking tires. Like
the
we're
amount
just
of
like,
money
yeah.
that it
in the
takes.
consumables, like the amount of tires
Oh,
alone
yeah.
that people
Yeah.
bring to an event is like tens of thousands
It's
of dollars.
insane.
Yeah, the technician, the engineer, the fucking
Yep.
Yeah, because then you have a team,
Yeah.
and all these guys are using tuners who are remote, so
Yeah.
then they have to have wireless and remote access. Everyone has Starlink. Like,
Yeah.
all of them are running full-blown RVs that are towing 3-car trailers with lifts, and the whole nine. And so I mean, it's amazing to me because it's just like, it's crazy the amount of like money and work and people and time and effort go into a race day.
Yeah.
And that is common not just through drag racing, but through circuit racing and drifting and
Basically all facets
across
of it,
the board. It's just like you have to, once you get to that level of competition and skill and everything, those are all like necessities,
Yeah.
So
I think the next time we come up, I think I want to get into your experiences between like the different sections of car driving culture. I guess I like, drifting, track events, autocross, etc. That I definitely want to hear more on. Like, I already talked about like your experiences in car culture, but then also like you were mentioning earlier something a little about rallycross, and that's like rally in general, dude.
that is the purest form of racing. I'll fight about it.
I'm not gonna lie, all right. This
Purist.
is my one time I'm gonna brag about something. Your boy was top 50 in WRC on like 3 specific tracks, and I'm pretty sure it was Finland, fucking
This is a video game?
yeah,
Yeah.
and Finland.
No, he
Finland-
went to Finland.
Yeah, I went to Finland.
hear about that?
Oh, sick, dude.
He actually
Volkswagen gave
he
me a
actually
polo.
was a career WRC driver. We just didn't even know.
Yeah,
it.
him and Michelle Mouton go way back.
Yeah,
They're
dude.
boys.
So like Sebastian Ogier was like my homie back, like I loved watching him race because Volkswagen won like 8 WRCs in a row, which was like the best season for for Volkswagen. But yeah, I want to get into that shit because that shit makes my fucking rocks.
We need to do, because like one of the last bullet point things I had for us to talk about today was like future collaborative opportunities between DI and As It Was. We need
on
to
a sporting
do.
role. So if you need a
Yeah,
camera,
jokes on
We
you,
need to
buddy.
do something
Come on.
similar to. So I'm a big Brian Scotto fan. He is like my favorite podcast. I personally draw the most inspiration from him from a media standpoint because he got his start in print with Rides Magazine. Then he went on to co-found Hoonigan, and now he does. He's doing like he helped with directing bits and pieces of Drifter, and he has some
wow,
podcasts
that's so
and everything.
cool.
So he's a huge inspiration for me. Just he grew up on the East Coast. He went to H2O just like we did. We probably crossed paths at one point.
tight.
But he has a Patreon, and in the Patreon he has a thing called Blind Spots, which I think we could do something called like bonus round or something where it's almost like follow-up tangents to maybe what we didn't have enough time or enough bandwidth to cover during the actual episodes.
Yeah.
But things you can go back and revisit, whether that's short form like reels or I don't know how you would spin it.
yeah.
But just
It's good mythical
that was
lore.
just a random thing that just because like we were talking about like, oh man, maybe next time, da 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 da. But like you could also just kind of have little like I like the idea of like calling it like bonus round or something.
dude, yeah,
Yeah.
that
It just made me think of it because he had, like I said, he has a thing called Blind Spot, which is literally like maybe we didn't think of it. So he relies on his Patreon where they talk about different things that were kind of subjective to what he talked about during that episode that lived.
Oh,
in,
they get to
that
choose?
lived, yeah, that lived in his blind
Oh,
spot.
that's really cool.
So we're obviously not there yet where we have like a Patreon or something, but this could be something where it's like, hey, we want to revisit. Maybe we didn't feel we talked enough about this, or we wanted to revisit that.
That's a great
Kind of
idea.
the same
That's an awesome
format.
Because we do have a Patreon, and I have no idea
Oh,
how to
shit.
run that. it's,
Yeah,
it's
there
so,
you go.
it's so hard to like. You're basically building a second community,
Yeah.
and then a second line of like merchandise or media, and we just
content,
yeah,
too,
we just
yeah.
don't have time. Like,
Yeah.
There's no time.
We need to start a Discord and invite all of the previous guests in there too, and have
Dude.
like a Discord that's just all the like alumni.
I
All
don't know if I'm
the
allowed to be in there.
you're like, I'm just gonna create so many enemies.
dude, our Discord is like 300 deep, and it's just a bunch of my degenerate friends.
Yeah,
I'm in
my-
that Discord.
my username
I
on
never,
Discord
I can't even tell you the last time I logged into Discord, like in
that's
general.
crazy.
But
Yeah, I'm in it
I know.
every day.
I used to be big on the Discord. Me and all my buddies used to use it for like we'd get on and play games, and then
No, it's my core source of information now. Like my homies are just fucking degenerate. Like
Sounds
they'll
like
be
I need to
"Yo,
log back into Discord.
New meme just dropped. We're making fun of like I don't know, fucking like amputees, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what are we doing? And it's
Oh,
like,
you didn't hear? That's what this week's theme is.
yeah,
see,
like, yeah, fuck you, knee down bitches. Like,
Oh!
yeah.
I'm 39, so I handwrite letters
Oh, I
and
didn't-
send them by pigeon. And
I
that's
meant
how I
people making
deliver.
fun of people who have amputees from the knees down versus the thigh down or like the wrist down. All right, you know what? I'm canceling myself. I'm down.
It's a good place to wrap
Yeah,
up.
well, thanks for coming.
Yeah, that's how we finish this up. See y'all. Anyways, but yeah, I think there's still a lot left on the table. I would love to fucking learn and also be a supporting. I know you've gear and plenty of gear and you love gear like I do too. I have shit. So if you need anything, you need an extra shooter, call me. Like I'm
I will
more than happy to
definitely
come.
make use of that because
Yeah, dude,
there are plenty of times.
Dude, for you and for majority of like for everybody that I've ever filmed for, like even when I was talking to Ben at Gears and Gasoline, I was like, they asked Max to come shoot. They asked me to come shoot, and they were like, hey, like we would like to pay you for this. I got there late, and then also fucking I don't know how to bill because this is my passion project.
Yeah.
So the conversation I had with both Bens was, hey man, like here's a G drive because I have all my shit on it. You guys don't want to use any of this content.
Go nuts. Yeah.
Have fun because like I don't know how to bill for it. The same offer applies to you. Like if I want to learn how to be a better cinematographer. I want to learn how to shoot. I want to learn how to go through the process. I want to learn how to make like captivating, cinematic storytelling videos. It's like what I've always wanted to do with car stuff. And like learning with your car was also fun too because it taught me what to do next. And then we bought a fuck ton more gear right after that. So like if you need one, call me. I'll give you my all of my information. Like, give me a shout.
Yeah.
And I'd love to come film, dude.
Let us know in the comments below what projects or what collaborative things you'd like to see District Imports and As It Was come together on.
I'd love, dude. Like I said, like I'd love to just be a supporting role and be able to show or to help whatever. I firmly like going through y'all's content. It is still amazing to me that that's not your full-time job. Like,
Well, it's
I mean like in a
getting
sense
close,
where, like,
but yeah, hour-wise, it absolutely is.
Yeah,
a
100%.
full-time job, yeah.
Don't forget to plug the fact you have a car show coming up. Is it
Oh
next
yes,
week?
it is. Well, I don't know if
missed the
this.
last
I don't
one.
know if this will air in time. It's this upcoming
yeah,
Saturday. Yeah, at Capitol Raceway, we're doing
I was-
Boogie Battle. Big deal.
It sounds really cool. I may still come. I'm not going to bring the 3000 GT if I come, which that
Naturally.
sucks. Because I don't
Bring
want
the
to
Santa
drive on 495 with my axle like clunking and clicking. and
Yeah, I
whatever.
like tie rod
I
going
may
on.
still, if I'm not doing anything that day, I may still make the drive up just to hang.
when is it? Next
this,
Saturday?
this upcoming Saturday at
What-
Capitol Raceway, July
what-
19th.
In case this drops before or after.
Yeah, July 19th, Capitol Raceway.
Uh-huh.
We'll be doing skate park in the middle of the drift track.
Actually, it sounds like a really cool event.
We're going to pick
Yeah.
up your mom on Saturday. Is that what it is?
Does she want to go watch
we're-
skateboarding
we're
and
fucking-
And
drifting?
drifting.
That's right.
Ali?
Yeah.
Or different Ali?
No, Ali Farzad.
Well, it's okay
okay.
because further out. So we have that this weekend. We're co-hosting with Annoying, my best friend Devin.
Oh, yeah.
He runs annoying.jp.
Hell yeah.
So we're doing this as a collaborative event, our first ever collaborative event, really, and our first event of its kind. I'm pretty sure, probably mostly for insurance reasons, but here we go. No, it'll be safe. It'll be very safe.
Hell yeah.
And then let's see, what were the other two? We have and then the Kickback Battle Gang, which is also local, as you know.
Yeah.
We're going down to Deep Creek for Battle Gangs Kickback round. I think it's round 4. We've
Okay.
done this 4 years in a row.
Hell yeah.
Isn't that the week? It's either the week before or the week after Lord of Milan. Because we're going to Lord of Milan,
West Virginia?
and that's in Felipe, West Virginia.
Which is like 2 hours from you, if not. Because it's, how far are you from Buchanan? How far are you from Morgantown?
Do you
How far,
know where you
How far are you
live?
from Papa?
No.
He's north of Hagerstown. He's gonna be 3 hours.
He's en route.
Is that? Do you have to go through Cumberland to get there?
Yes.
Ugh.
No, you don't. Cumberland to get to Philippi?
Cumberland's,
Oh, you're right.
Cumberland's
We go
in
the
the
south
Panhandle.
way.
It's 81 to 48 and then 48 all the way there.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
I might be able to. I don't know. We'll see. Because the problem is that we're trailering. You get to see a little behind the scenes with As It Was here. We're trailering the pink car to kickback. I don't know how yet because the truck needs 4 wheel bearings and all front brakes, and the trailer needs a hitch, a jack, and registration and tags. So between now and whatever that is, like the second week of August, I have to do all of that.
You got
Let's go
basically a
build-
month.
Let's go build some trailers and cars, dude. I'm gonna be dedicating myself to not building on my own cars and after this year.
Well, you're welcome to fix my truck because I.
What is it? You said it's an Infinity?
Yeah, it's a QX56.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to do
Titan.
something.
It's a
I have to
Titan.
do something with my fucking hands. So
Yeah,
like,
come fix my truck. I got all the
Dude.
parts already. They're all
oh,
in the
dude,
house.
Easy peasy.
I just don't have a jack. This is
high enough.
yeah, that's the issue. All my jacks are low pro.
Yeah.
And they max out
You
and
don't
the
say.
wheels are still touching the floor of the truck. I'm like, what do I do? Also, they're 3-ton jacks. It's like a 6-ton vehicle.
Hockey pucks on top of the jack pad.
That sounds safe.
That's super
yeah,
safe.
That's super safe. Yeah, tell your insurance about that too.
No, I will not be doing that.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Hey,
that I don't.
insurance.
I don't even know if my truck can get off the ground in my garage. Like it might
hit
hit
the
the
ceiling?
garage door. Yeah,
The QX56 is then basically a Pathfinder Armada, but Infinity.
it is.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, Pathfinder and Armada are different.
there was
Armada's
a-
bigger.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a Pathfinder Armada?
It might be in
Just like there was a
name.
Cherokee and a Grand Cherokee.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I mean, Armada Platinum is effectively the same truck as an Infiniti QX56
Gotcha.
because it had all the like tech bullshit
Yeah,
in it.
yeah.
Like I have a TV and the, you know.
Oh, that's fancy.
But it's just a Titan chassis, so like that's
gotcha.
nice because parts are stupid cheap for it.
Tesla,
Very-
yeah.
Tesla. Sorry, we didn't do Tesla.
Cybertruck,
Oh, yeah,
Cybertruck, Cybertruck.
Yeah,
Tesla.
I hate them.
Anyways, all right. We got.
I would sell all
land.
my cars for a Cybertruck. I want one so bad.
Okay,
Shut
well,
up.
how the fuck are we supposed to end with that? God damn it, dude!
All
Like,
those future collaborations we talked about, they're
yeah,
off the
flush
you know
them
table.
down
what?
the
Actually,
toilet.
Burn them.
fuck off. But yeah, dude, Sam, thank you so much.
Thank you for having
coming
me.
in.
This was a blast.
Yeah, I honestly, it's a damn shame. The video, I think the audio is gonna be really shitty in the beginning because that camera was recording audio, but it's far away.
That's fine.
But it's gonna
I
be-
talk loud.
It was
We're a
the
grassroots
funniest.
podcast.
Is the funniest 20 minutes of my life. Like,
Holy shit!
dude, I was. Oh my
I was in
God.
tears.
Yeah,
That's why I was like,
real.
we can't actually start like this because we have no
this thing's
composure right
wild.
now.
We're all gonna be red and like blushing. Like,
Yeah.
hi, welcome back.
Like, I seriously, I wish like nothing but the best because your content and like the shit that you're doing is phenomenal. Like,
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, especially with your grassroots like we I don't want to say that we have very similar or like our common like things or whatever because you're executing very very well. Like
Wow.
I've loved that shit and like we have very similar like
I think as
beliefs.
people we have a lot in common.
Yeah, well, yeah. And like I can only see like good fortune coming for like you and like your friends and your family and your group. So
Fingers crossed.
I'm gonna push for that. If there's a way to invest in as it was stock, let me know.
There is. We have a Patreon and a store.
Fuck yeah. So
go.
links are all
I have
below
that shirt,
for
but in
Yeah, we
cream.
actually do. This is we have this.
I have that, but in like a cream color.
This was a cream color. I'm really bad at doing
I
it.
really
just,
need
You just
a
wash the shit out of it
Yeah.
until it
I
turns
need
white.
the oil change shirt really bad.
It's on
Oh,
there.
yeah.
We don't
I'm
make money on
Sure.
those either.
Really?
Yeah, we put those up at cost
Yeah.
because I want people to just have them.
Dude.
So, we don't make any money on the oil change t-shirts.
It's like
I'm gonna have to
marketing.
introduce
future.
you-
You're building for the. You're investing in the future, basically.
I'm gonna have to introduce you to a little thing that Mare and I do. It's called printing our shirts ourselves.
Yeah, we're trying to move towards that because the drop shipping has proved to have a few complications. So,
Yeah.
We're looking towards like trying to. The trick is I want like good stock shirts.
Oh yeah.
And we've been doing a lot of. We've basically moved everything into comfort colors because
Oh, yeah.
that's what people want.
This is a comfort color shirt.
Yeah, exactly. I think
Yeah.
these are too. And the issue has just been the DTG is not great. I don't love that we're selling DTG. I would rather do real screen printing.
Sure.
It's just very hard. It's also hard because a lot of our graphics are so multicolor that like
Yeah.
DTG is like once you get above like 3 colors for a screen print, you're like, all right, just
It's too much.
yeah, you just DTG it. There's no other option. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, if you want to invest in our brand, www.aswas90 is
Fuck
our
yeah.
store, and then we have a Patreon linked in our all our social channels.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Hell
and if
yeah.
you get, I think we just redid it. If you get, I think it's the top tier in Patreon, which I think is $50 a month. You get a exclusive shirt that you can't get anywhere else. It's a hand drawing I did of the pink car with the Highway Star logo, and it says "Keeping the Lights On." So you can get that.
Hell yeah.
The only way to get that is to become a top tier Patreon member, and then if I think the middle and top tier both come with a free shirt, maybe, and a free sticker. I forget. It's all on Patreon. But
Right.
That's fucking sweet, dude.
Hell yeah.
All the links will be below. Please click. Please support your local car enthusiasts as best you can. Keep car culture alive and beautiful and also interesting. I've got nothing else. Josh, you got anything else?
We're gonna go touch tips in the garage now.
I hate that. I'll be there.
Sam, anything else for people at home?
I don't think so. Thanks for watching. Thank you guys both for having me on. I know this was a little bit long in the making and I was super late today, but thank you regardless for.
Well, you came all the way from Pennsylvania. We were both under the
holy
impression that
shit.
you were coming from Maryland.
You know how it goes.
Yeah.
Cars are meant to be driven.
We're glad you came though. We're glad you made it through.
I'm
it was a blast.
very blessed to have been able to do this. I love this, so let's do it again soon.
Yeah, we're scheduling round 2 right after this, so
Hell yeah.
Let's
thank
go.
you guys so much. Follow the links. Check us out. Our website has some shit on there too. Meredith's got some new shirts coming up. We have some other events on our calendars for later this year, like Load on the Lawn in August, and then also we'll be putting out more content on the cars. We're just waiting to show you all of them after they're done, and it's going to be one big update video on District Imports. Outside of that, thank you guys for watching. See you on the next one.